You have unlocked the hidden level.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Hidden Level podcast. I am one of your hosts, mcgames.net, and I'm joined today by my usual co-founder of Hidden Level, Buzz Bigfoot. What's up, dude?
mcgames.net.
MC
All right,
Games.
what's up, guys? I'm an Irish Fleb, and I'm a co-founder. I'm just kidding. What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. Good to see each of you guys again. What is up?
And we have our special guest today. I call him DK. Everyone else calls him D-Clims, which is his actual real name. What is up, DK?
What's going on, man? Yeah, I was given that name at birth. Actually, it's on the birth certificate, D-Clims. So
Exactly. And you don't want to be telling anyone. Don't be telling anyone your second name, Clims. Your
yeah,
ears.
exactly.
Is everything too loud, guys? Actually, yeah, my intro is very, very loud. I always forget to turn it down, but it wakes people up. Like, that's the best thing about it. And my alerts are very loud too. So when there's nobody like watching intently, and my alert goes off, everyone just goes, "Whoa, shit!" And
That
guys,
is true.
what I'm going to say to you is the usual. It's been a while, so I'm going to forget half the stuff. But first and most important thing is we're reading all your messages, guys. Put MC in your message if you want to direct it to me, but try and direct it to everyone as well. Put Fuzzes in your message, DK in your message if you want to direct it to the boys. And we are reading your messages. We're just not going to interact with you the same way we normally do, one-to-one. It'll just be a group interaction, and we'll just ramble on for your entertainment. You can laugh at us, and there will be booby streamers somewhere in our podcast, because there usually is something to do with nudity or booby
Why did we
streamers.
start this sooner?
I know, exactly. We should have just
Why
called
didn't
this
we
up
start this
the
sooner?
Booby Streamer podcast.
Does D-Clims
No, I
know
don't.
he's going to be taking off his bra during this stream?
He's going to be getting out the jugs.
Did
I
we
didn't
brief
wear
him?
a bra today.
Shh, the nips are out. That makes more money, though.
Hey, man, you got to pay the bill somehow, right?
So, puzzles, time zones.
Let's talk about that.
You thought the podcast is going to be on another hour. How quickly did you have to get ready for this podcast?
Dude, as soon as you mentioned, no, it's in an hour, just like Ella said, I shot up out of my chair and took a shower and ate some food and put some coffee on, and it blows my mind, these stupid time zones and how horribly we organize ourselves and try and get ourselves together. It's killing me.
It happens us
softly.
every second week in terms of the Hidden Level meeting and podcasts and all that stuff.
Ever since the time zone, since the time zone change, it's been screwing us up. Everything before that, we were on lock about everything. But here's what I'm gonna say right now. All right, it was not my fault this time, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, it was not my fault this time. This time, you all can direct your attention to the bottom right corner of your screen. You should see an Irish Fleb there. This man here mentioned the terms GMT, whereas in GMT time zones, we wouldn't be starting for another hour. So everybody, y'all can blame MC Games.
What do you guys call?
MC, I think you got your left and right all mixed up.
Did I not mirror myself properly?
I keep
I'm
making
pointing
the
to the wrong
mistake.
person. Go,
I keep
DK.
making the mistake of asking Fuzz what time things are. So I'm just following in his footsteps. Like, he just messaged me like 30
Oh,
minutes ago.
shit.
He's like, oh, by the way, it's in 30 minutes if you didn't get that. I'm like, no, I didn't get that. I was like, I was lucky. I left.
Yeah.
I couldn't come back.
Thank God someone actually. I didn't even think of that. I thought you were like, you just turn up. It's so funny, guys. Now, a couple of things. First of all, when you move to Arizona, this is going to get even worse because America changes
No.
the time zone.
No.
See-
No. Arizona does not change.
Yeah, but that's the problem. We will be changing and you won't be, so it's going to get even
And that's
worse.
okay.
Is that going to be
because
okay?
I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you.
Google. Ask Google.
What time we're starting. And you're always going to give me the exact same time zone that I'm in every single time. What time that we're going to be starting.
Mhm.
So I can't go wrong being in the same time zone
All the
forever.
time. Yeah, you're going to be in there
Yeah.
all the time. Now,
Yeah.
one quick question I have, and this is going to affect me in the future. What do you guys call PST during the summer, or is it the same thing all year round?
It's the same, but
Okay.
it's simply just, it's daylight savings. It either goes back or forward. That's all it does.
Because we have
But it's
GMT. I'm GMT during the winter, and I'm BST during the summer, which is a complete balls. But
Yeah,
That's confusing.
yeah.
because I have to start we're doing a 24-hour stream on the 21st of April, and we're starting at 11 a.m., which is 3 a.m. PST. And because it's like 3 a.m. PST, and I needed to tell someone that I was speaking to like a developer or whatever, because I needed to tell that person that I started 3 a.m. I needed to make sure. And when you came in and said that it wasn't 3 a.m., or like I did the maths in my head, I was like, oh shit, I'm after giving them the wrong time. But thank God, everything's fine for the 21st. But yeah, 11 a.m. BST, aka 3 a.m. PST. I start my 24-hour podcast.
So 12 p.m.
No, it'll be 11 a.m.
8 a.m.
8 a.m.
10 a.m. Santa's coming.
He only comes once a year. Oh God. Anyway, enough about time zones. So anytime that you have a time zone coming up, message me in advance and I'll Google it. Am I in BST now or am I in GMT?
Oh my goodness. Are we in China? Are we in Russia? Where are we right now?
And another thing to add to the spanner to the works is our next podcast isn't for 3 more weeks. So we have a weird schedule change coming up as well, where we won't be on next week, we won't be on the week after, but we'll be on the week after that. So set your calendars, guys, to God only knows what date. And
Set your calendar.
Yes.
Set like an alarm clock.
Yeah, write it on the calendar. The next podcast, because as you guys you probably don't know the CV guys, but I'm going away on vacation next week. Finally, thanks to all the.
Finally, you just got off vacation, dude.
Well, I know, right? I just get off vacation. I go on vacation. It's more of a working vacation, but I don't want to spoil any of the fun that's going to come out of this. So pretty much it's going to be good for the stream, but I won't be streaming for 8 feckin' days. And then the first thing I do when I get back is a 24-hour stream. So it's going to be, well, on live, we have 2 Americans in the house, so I have to translate. I can't speak
Americans.
I can't speak European and call it a holiday. It has to be a vacation.
Guys, Declims is Mexican. Inside joke prior to the podcast starting.
We have to go over that as well.
No, MC's over here like, yeah, man, we're going on vacation finally. I've been looking forward to this vacation since I started my vacation. I can't wait.
It's 9 days no
Vacation
stream.
after vacation.
It's vacation after vacation. And as I told all the viewers, it's because of the money that they give me. So thank you very much for paying for my vacation. Actually, on a serious note, all expenses paid. This vacation, apart from the fact that I'm going to miss 9 days of streaming or 8 days of streaming, and I'm going to miss out on just like growing the stream, all expenses paid. Flights, accommodation, food, everything is paid for. I'm going to be living it up in Germany, over in Cologne. Oh, can't wait.
Over in Cologne. I bet it smells really good.
It smells really good. I don't know why they call it Cologne, to be honest, because it's not actually Cologne in German. It's like Köln or something like that. C or Koln. So it's nothing
It's
to
like
do with
colon?
Colon. Yeah, it's more like a colon. That smells really good.
How ironic that those 2 words are actually so similar. Cologne and colon.
Exactly, yeah.
2 things that smell completely opposite.
Like a wise guy and a smart guy.
Good conversation.
So after catching up, because it's been so long since we've actually had a proper conversation with each other,
Yes.
What games have you been playing recently, and how's your stream been going, Fuzzles?
Let's redirect that to Declims.
First? All right.
What have you been streaming, and how have your streams been?
And just to add another spanner to the works, could you tell us about how you got started streaming as well? Like where did you come from and all that?
Oh, and before you get started, English, please.
Oh, sí, señor.
Yeah. Alles gut.
Wait, first off, MC, did you not like the top of my head? Like you just chopped off my head.
That's because you moved your fucking camera, you fleb.
I didn't move the camera.
He did not chop it. I'm seeing the exact same thing that's on the screen right now.
Do you want me to? Wait a minute. Did I not chop it?
Don't adjust your camera. Don't do it.
I'm not moving. My
Oh.
camera.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's like zoomed in or something, is it? Or
Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm looking at Skype and I'm looking at the overlay, and they're exactly the same.
the same.
Okay, wait. I'm looking at Skype and I'm looking at the overlay, and they're totally different.
And I'm the same as Fuzzles. I can see Skype and the overlay is the exact same, where your head is like just here. It's weird. But that used to happen to me. Do you remember?
Camera issue.
Do you remember? Actually, that used to happen to me too. Do you remember when you used to host a podcast, Fuzzles? And if I was always the second person,
Yeah, and
I used to be
made your
always like,
camera perfect and pristine.
I think I know how to fix
Okay.
that. Actually, the only problem is,
no, it's a problem on my. I'll fix it when you guys are talking.
by the way, we
but-
like the close up. It looks.
I do,
You should do
yeah.
that. Yeah, you should definitely do that as part of your stream.
I like the background.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it's like
By the way, your
I'm on
background
beach.
is that your green screen like behind you, or
no.
that's like
no, this is
you got that in.
This is my college life. This is my sweet futon I sleep on every night, and my bunk bed I don't sleep on because well, you guys can't see it because it's zoomed way in, but it's super rickety, and I think if I like roll over, the whole thing might just collapse. So I've just been sleeping.
By the way, to all Europeans that know this joke, that was a hashtag sarcasm, Fuzzles. So the whole green screen joke, you got it in carpet right. But yeah, don't roll over, DK, during the podcast.
Okay. Well, anyway, to answer your question about streaming, so I started streaming in like I think October of 2015. And I started out pretty much with I originally was in a Battlefield 4 clan, so it was like a couple days a week. It wasn't really so much of a clan as just a group of people who played together because we didn't have like matches against other people. So it was just a group of people to play with and stuff. And one of the guys in it was doing a fundraiser, and he was doing a 24-hour stream for it. And he was actually like pretty new to streaming. So looking back, doing a 24-hour stream, just starting up your channel is, I don't know. I wouldn't do it again. Well, I didn't actually do it, but anyway. So I wanted to help him. So I actually just started my Twitch channel right then and there. And I just kind of like tossed the links to whatever he was doing in my channel. And then after I ended up leaving that clan, I pretty much decided to start streaming Skyrim. Because Skyrim was, at the time, my favorite game. And actually, I'd say it probably still is my favorite game. And so
Skyrim.
then, actually, this is pretty much exactly what I talked about in the intro video. But that's pretty much how I met Fuzzles, because after one of my Skyrim streams, I found Fuzzles streaming Skyrim, and I was like, hey, this guy's pretty good. And so I threw him my host with like one viewer or no viewers, I don't even know. And then, yeah, and then Fuzzles came to my stream a couple weeks later, I think, and then I actually just started going to his stream pretty regularly, and that's kind of how things evolved to where we are now. So.
And what have you been
Just me or
playing?
did his camera just
I was just about to say it.
just rotate?
Like, you have one of those standing tables.
No,
he has
I
a
saw
rotating
that.
camera.
I saw that on the street. I
He's got
swear
a
to God,
cameraman in the background going, let's get a close-up shot. Hey, let's screw with them, get it really close, and then let's just start turning it.
Oh, shit. So what games you been playing, DK? What streams you been doing, and what games you been playing, like, on stream, off stream?
Okay, so on stream, on schedule right now, I'm doing Morrowind on Mondays, so it's Morrowind Mondays. Because we never technically finished the Oblivion playthrough, but I was playing Oblivion for like a year, and I was like, all right, once we finish this playthrough, we're gonna play Morrowind, and I was saying that I think for a year. Mind you, I did have like a break in streaming, so I wasn't streaming it like for the entire year, but I think I had like 130 hours in like one playthrough. And so eventually I was like, all right, we need to just stop this and like just move on, because I don't think I decided to do the main quest last in Oblivion, and I was playing on master difficulty, and that was a terrible mistake, because by the time I actually got there, like the easiest quests in the beginning are so hard because everything is like level 30 monsters and stuff, and it was just impossible. So I think I died like 45 times within like 10 minutes, and was like, this isn't even fun.
That's worse than me, guys. just kidding. I'm
Hey,
joking.
all right. Oblivion Master Difficulty is way harder than Skyrim's Master Difficulty.
That is true. That is true. I like Oblivion a lot. I really should revisit it and play it again. I don't know. It's very hard to go from Skyrim, where everything is so beautifully laid out as far as functionality goes, clicking on things and understanding the game, and then Oblivion. It's like, I guess the big difference is you click a button and it brings up just a completely separate page, aside like everything that you were just looking at. Then you press another button, it's like a whole separate page.
I feel like vanilla though, the UI in Oblivion I feel like is much better catered towards PC gaming, whereas Skyrim was a total shift towards console menu navigation. And because like, I mean, you know it now playing the SE, going from using like Sky UI back to the original UI.
It's hard.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's hard. And that's how I feel, but it's like it feels even worse going from Skyrim to Oblivion. It feels like 2 times worse than going from Sky UI back to just normal vanilla Skyrim. You know what I mean? It's hard. It is so difficult. Now you say you mod or create little mods for those, right? Like to where it's much easier to see.
I've looked into it a little bit, and I haven't actually created any mods yet for it, but it's something that I definitely do want to do. I just need to put in the time to do it. I'm like super busy with school, so anytime I'm doing any type of programming work, it's like I might as well be doing my schoolwork and try to get ahead on that. So I kind of need to like personally set aside time to work on personal projects aside from my school projects, because otherwise I just don't think it's ever going to happen. But
Gotcha. Hey, guys, if I'm quiet on stream, again, that's a little technical issue that we just gotta deal with for now until either a better, I guess, MC, a better Skype comes out, or a better
I think
camera versus mic thing. It's honestly just Skype.
Yeah.
Discord, I'm loud and proud. I'm screaming right now, guys. I'm screaming right now. But if I'm quiet, that's what it is.
It sounds like you're in some sort of like just a cockpit or something, and you're like the airplane guy. Speak up, Puzzles. So Discord, when Discord finally have video, we'll be moving over there completely, and Twitch app is pretty good. So we might test one of our podcasts on the Twitch app. The only problem with the Twitch app is people can call you during another call.
You should be able to ignore that.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
That's seriously not an option?
I don't know if they have updated it yet, but it wasn't when I was testing it out a couple of weeks ago. So people were calling me. I was like in the middle of a call. It was just kind of like a test call with another streamer, and then like one of the lads, Memley or something, he started calling me, and if I cancelled it, he just called me again, and I wasn't even friends with him or anything, so I don't know how to block him or any of that stuff. So it was just weird. So yeah,
Gotcha.
they have to have a streamer. There is a streamer mode, but people can still call you during the streamer mode. It's like stupid.
Yeah,
But
that sounds terrible.
it is terrible.
That sounds like the one thing that a streaming app would that is the. In fact, it should be a luxury to call someone on a streaming app, not the other way around. That's pitiful.
Woohoo! Lady Heart with the sub. Thank you very much, Lady Heart, for the sub.
Lady Heart!
New badge hype. Woohoo!
Holy shit!
I'm in a glass case of emotion. Oh my god! What was that noise? It sounded like a chipmunk.
I pushed the wrong button.
to press it again. Press it again and laugh.
Well, all right, that was gonna be a forced laugh, but.
Whoop the I
was trying to do the opposite.
That's fantastic.
Oh god, I'm crying.
Holy shit.
Do a
That's
whoop
what
the
I
buy.
was going for.
You probably
I
can.
like that.
You probably can't do a whoop the buy like an Irish person is. Whoop the buy. See if you can do a whoop the buy.
Oh, now you're just making me look like a fool.
I think we already established that.
That mic is
And his cameraman's moving the camera again. Let's go for production value.
He stole the nose from a clown and popped it on his mic.
Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
Shit. Fossils, before I die here, what are you playing recently on stream and off stream? Oh, God.
I am playing a lot of Skyrim. Off stream, I'm playing a lot of the new season of Diablo 3 and the Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. I'm playing that a bit too. Those are the 3 games that I'm into right now.
And have you been watching any big streamers play Player Unknown, or have you been keeping away from the mini thing that's happening?
I've been watching Summit 1G.
Cool.
I'm not trying to jump on the bandwagon of the 50,000 viewers that he has in watch him play, but he's good.
Yeah.
He is insanely good at that game, and that's why that many people are watching him. So I do like watching what he does and how he plays, so I can kind of learn a few things and see,
strats
how he
and stuff.
operates.
He was number 1 in the world. Oh no, yeah, he was number 1 in the world technically. And Viz Gaming was number 2. And at the beginning of the whole Battlegrounds on Twitch, the 2 guys were going up against each other, and Viz was like a 200 viewer streamer, and he jumped up to like 1,400 viewers. He was like second.
Jesus.
Exactly, it's crazy.
Damn.
And like there was like this little mini battle going on between the 2 guys, and Viz went on like top rank for one day, and he had 1,400 viewers, and then Summit would go back on top. And one thing I like, and I know this this is kind of a little bit off topic, but Summit was doing a big fundraiser, where he got 50,000 in one stream from Player Battlegrounds. And Lyric was on top of the game, and you know the way when you're on top of the game, it's very hard to bring in like 50,000 people because someone else is already holding the top spot. Lyric was nice enough to move away from the game to let Summit jump up, so that was really nice of Lyric, I have to say. But also 50 grand is how much Summit made for charity. It's pretty cool, and
that is insane.
fair fix to him. But yeah, the Viz Gaming, he's doing pretty good, and it's because of the boost in exposure from the fact that he was number 1. Summit is like number 13 now. All his strats are all being robbed, and all the stream snipers are hitting him hard. And then Viz Gaming is no longer in the top 10 anymore either. So kind of the first 2 were having like their mini battle, and now it's no longer that big of a deal anymore. But it was a lot of fun when it first started. What kind of strats do you go for, or do you just play it for a bit of fun, Fuzzles?
I mean, I play it mostly for fun. Like I normally play it with people.
Yeah.
Because when I play alone, I have noticed that I rage too much when I play alone. I feel like no one was there to witness just what bullshit just happened to me, and it just infuriates me. So I try not to play alone, because when I die, I tend to laugh at myself with people. But when I'm alone, I'm like, what? What? And I just go bonkers. There's no way, and I'm sure my neighbors hate me. So anyways.
So I think what really happens is Fuzz goes into it and he's like, no, this isn't fun. He's like, this is serious. This is real.
Yeah.
And then he dies like 10 times. And he's like, it's just fun, guys.
Sounds like
I just play for fun.
Sounds like me with a Gario.
I tear my clothes. I punch holes in doors like MC used to do.
I actually did. I still have to take a photo of that and show it to everyone. Definitely.
Yes.
So games I've been playing recently. I've been playing a good few games. Yeah.
MC, what games have you been playing?
I knew you were gonna do that. I was waiting for it. I thought you were dropping the ball, dude. So my games that I've been playing recently: Geometry Dash as normal. Today we played. Where's the game? Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus. It actually it only comes out on CD-ROM, by the way. It doesn't come out.
I hope MC. You have a problem, man, and your problem is not knowing where that line is that you cross. You don't know that line, and what I mean by that is, and he actually physically has the game.
Oh yeah, the CD-ROM.
Okay. Anyways, the thing
$10.
One Barbie stream.
Mm-hmm.
Haha, really funny, MC. That was a good one. 2 Barbie streams. Wow, this is actually pretty hilarious. I can't believe he's doing this. Wow. 3 Barbie streams. Okay, MC, we got the joke the first time. It was funny. All right, was that your 4th one?
Actually, no. It was number 5. We played Barbie and her sister's puppy rescue twice. That's how much we loved it.
Dude.
See, I came
Why?
in today.
Why are we going so far into Barbie? What's the deal?
I'm gonna say that I would blame straw polls, but to be honest, I was the reason why it got onto
They're
the straw
rigged.
poll. So they're rigged. They're 100% rigged. And I broke the
came in
game.
today.
I broke the game.
Bianca in chat just asked MC if he had any children. He said no. He should have said yes, because now Bianca thinks he's a complete weirdo for owning these games and not having children. That's exactly what just happened. Bianca was like, okay, well, where's the X button on this stream?
We have a special event coming up soon, and I was actually going to play Barbie in front of a lot of people. We can say it like that. And unfortunately, the time zones and all that shit means that I can't do it. That's why we played it today. But we actually we're going to go that far. We were going to go that far. We were going to play this game in front of like developers and stuff. And and do you know what we described it as? We described Steve.
Cringe-worthy.
We described it as that's kind of what our channel is. It's just random. Oh my god. And of course, you've no idea how many people have asked me, am I gay? Now
Being gay has nothing to do with you playing Barbie.
No.
Nothing.
Not only the Barbie, you weren't there for me playing Barbie. I was like super hyped. I was putting on the voices. I was being the what was it? The snow bear, the polar bear. I was being the polar bear. I was the polar bear in that game.
I came in today, and the first thing I said, I didn't say anything else. I was just like, MC, what are you doing? It's like, what is this?
What are you actually doing with your life? And we were the top stream of that game, and it's all about positioning on Twitch.
Yeah, you were. You're goddamn right you were. You were the only one there. The only one there.
And you know what's funny? You didn't react when you came into the stream, Fossil. So because you were like not ready for the podcast, I thought you didn't notice, but obviously you noticed. All the pink. Oh.
No, absolutely. I have definitely noticed the
trend,
the feminine side.
We have taken it one step further.
I should say the younger feminine side of you, I suppose.
We have taken it one step further as well. Now this wasn't like a Barbie type of thing. What we did was I turned off my main screen, and I covered the XSplit playback so I couldn't see anything, and I played the game Puzzles blind. Not all of them, but some of them. And what we did was we did a trust test. I got Ella and Joanna to get together and give me 2 answers to the puzzle. One of them was correct, and one of them was wrong. And what I did was I used reverse psychology to get it right. But it was so much fun doing that. It was like, I wouldn't compare myself to Pedguin playing blind Terraria because I was playing blind Barbie. But either way, it was a lot of fun.
Well, you know,
I could put that on
I could compare
YouTube.
you playing Barbie to Pedguin playing Terraria Blind all I want, because you know what the first thing that he did when he played Terraria Blind?
He got spawned up on.
Died.
Oh yeah, I love it.
He fell off a cloud and died. That's how your stream.
That was seeded. That was seeded, man. I'm only messing. I'm
was not seeded.
Actually, I actually have to not spread false information. That was not seeded. He actually did spawn on a feckin' sky island in the middle of a blind playthrough. The odds of that happening are so slim. So slim.
In my entire Terraria experiences once.
Now,
how does one win in Barbie, by the way?
Win, you just complete the game.
What's the objective? What are you trying to do?
Well, Barbie isn't actually in the Barbie game. I was kind of disappointed. It was like a false sell. It is a sham, really. It's like a third party. They actually had a developer. Developer was Blue Monkey, whoever the hell they are.
Like Tony Hawk's games without Tony Hawk.
Exactly, with fucking Matt Damon instead. Every time he does a kickflip, Matt Damon.
Matt team.
Oh God. Anyway.
You know, you should. You know, MC, do you like any of those skate games?
I don't. I wish. I used to love Tony Hawk. I think it was 2. I think it was called 2.
Yeah,
and then after that, I lost it.
Too.
I didn't like Skate
Skate 2
because,
was really good.
yeah. Like, a lot of people love it.
Time to wake up. Sorry.
He has a
I don't know,
Barbie alarm.
I could
Yeah.
see your channel revolving, MC. I could see your channel revolving a bit about around like BMX and like skate and stuff like that. I could see your channel being something like that. I look at Geometry Dash and I go, as many tricks as he does inside that game, I think he should revolve his channel around games that do a lot of tricks.
Well, we do have a game coming out that could suit us that I will look into. I have access to it if I want to play it, and it's called I think it's like an SSX game. It might not be branded by those guys. I'll see if I can find it during the podcast. But it's like snowboarding. It's pretty cool. Looks pretty cool.
Steep.
I'll look at the Discover tab and see what the name of it is for you. It's definitely not. I don't think it's
Tricky?
steep. It could be.
The sex
Yeah.
tricky.
I think it's
There's one that just
tricky.
came out called Steep.
Oh, it just came out.
Yeah, there's
I think
one
I
just
saw
came
that,
out,
actually.
Snowboarding Steep.
I'll have a look
Well,
at that.
I mean, it
as well.
came out maybe like 4 months ago.
Okay, I'll have a
But,
look at that.
I mean, it was recent.
And that's like, if you think, I will definitely take your advice and try one of those games. If you think, what do you think about racing games like Dirt 3 or something? Dirty 3.
I could watch a racing game more than Geometry Dash. I'll tell you that.
Interesting.
But it's also at the same time, I want you to think about I mean, who am I talking to? You're obviously going to look at the growth in it and the viewership that it obviously receives. Yeah, so Steep came out December 2nd of last year,
I'll have a look into that.
and
Yes.
it's still $60. Holy cow!
Who was it brought
That
out
ain't
by?
right. Ubisoft.
Oh, no
Or
wonder.
that was a publisher. The
Eh,
developers.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, they were all under Ubisoft.
Yeah. Oh my god, that looks really cool. Is it good on Twitch? Let me have a look. While we are looking
Pretty
up
sure it is
these
really good on
things,
Switch.
while we're looking up this type of stuff, I wanted to bring up something about Twitch really quickly. There's two problems, all right? Well, not two problems. One is something I'm really saying that Twitch are good at, and the other one then whether or not it's a good thing. So I'll start off with the good one. That spam bot that was affecting channels a couple of months ago, or maybe was it 3 months ago? And it was affecting a lot of channels on Twitch. Twitch not only went after the juggler on that spam bot, they released all of the website information, the IP address of the person who was viewbotting and spambotting channels, the PayPal of the company, and the company address, and they posted it online. It's like a docs, but just like a business docs. What is your opinion on the fact that they went after this particular spam bot, or viewbot, and they went nuts by actually putting the person's IP address online, putting their email, putting their PayPal, putting their business, putting their website online? What do you think of that? Or is this the first you've heard about it as well?
That's the first I've heard of
That's
it.
the first
but if
I've
that-
heard of it too.
If that
Okay.
happened, that sounds like a that sounds illegal as hell.
Well, they went through the... let me see if I can find you the article. They went through the court system for it. So they got away with it. Okay, so Twitch unleashes scorched earth attack to unveil malicious spam bot creator. So pretty much what they have done is they have a petition to British Columbia to actually get the site taken down. They uploaded the IP address, the PayPal, and the emails and the website of the... it's actually a chat surge. That's what it's called. It increases your viewer count, increases the amount of viewers who are chatting as well. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to get British Columbia, because this IP address is based in Canada, to allow them to arrest that person, pretty much. And I think the fact that they're actually doing something about that spam bot, aka viewbot, is amazing. But
Of course that is.
but they went too far, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Both.
Yeah.
Both. Yeah. No. Absolutely. I think everyone and anyone who is in the right mind would agree that what they did was absolutely awesome about going after them and finding them out. However, that's like at the same time, a cop, finally finding the criminal who's killed, thousands of people and he found him unarmed, but still decided to shoot him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I think it's
Can't
more
do
about
that.
telling all those people's families, hey, he's living over there. So do what you want.
That's interesting as well. The only problem with this is, they acted like one of us. Like we wouldn't do it. We were professional, but it's as if a singular Twitch streamer just pushed out all the details of someone who was trolling them or whatever. So this is a company pretty much pushing the details out of someone who was trolling their business. So they kind of acted like us, like just small business owners.
What they did was they got the popular vote. I bet a lot of streamers and viewers agreed with that very harsh decision that they chose. And that could have elevated them above any other, company websites that do this sort of thing. They're like, I want to be part of Twitch because they fuck people.
Yeah, that's
if they screw with them.
That's true as well. But they went crazy. Like they doxed. They pretty much pushed all these details out onto the internet of someone who was attacking their website, where they should have done it behind closed doors, more professionally. But at least they got him. At least they got some. And that leads on to the second point about Twitch that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Chat numbers. The numbers of Twitch are not down as a website, in my opinion. But the viewer count is inaccurate completely. If you look at the viewer count versus the amount of people in your chat room or in your viewer list versus the amount of people who come through from hosts and raids, I emailed them about it. They said that they're going to look into it. That's all I got from them, which is fair enough. All I was looking for in the first place, just so that they know about it. The inaccuracy of the viewer counts is huge at the moment.
Yes, I agree. I actually mentioned that a couple times. I popped into somebody's chat and I just I openly minded said, hey, I've noticed that like the viewers, they're less than half of like, because I go to my people that I follow, and so there was about 30 people that I follow that were streaming at once, and on more than half of them, they had way less than the normal amount of viewers, way less than half of the amount of viewers that they normally have, and all of them were across the board at the same time. So it wasn't like, oh, maybe he just started, or maybe he just ended, or maybe he was AFK for like 10 minutes. No, they were all like that. I was like, what is going on with viewer counts today? That is insane.
Last year, that happened to us for 6 months, and I told the guy I was talking to that this happened last year as well. All summer last year. Me, you, and Clown Sound Fuzzles had a podcast that we were talking about the viewer counts for summertime. And we had to put up with that for 6 months last year. I don't want to put up with that again this year. It's the only thing it affects. See, I don't mind having lower viewers. I don't mind the viewer count. But the one thing it does affect is your position within the game. And if you're aiming for top spot in the game, and you're below someone whose viewer count is accurate, then you're like, it's like you have a gun, a bullet wound in your leg. You're injured, like going into the fight. So, in my opinion,
I like that comparison.
Like you are injured.
I love when you bring guns into it. That's awesome.
Gun toting American. Pew, 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 pew. But on I mentioned bullets, by the way, not shooting a gun, Kappa.
Well, what shot the bullet?
What shot the bullet? He pushed it into your man's leg.
Take a hammer and
That sounds worse than getting shot.
Yeah, it's like excruciating pain. But seriously, they definitely need to fix their viewer count so that we can have a proper position in the game. I've noticed you, Fuzzles, you've been in second place in Skyrim sometimes when you deserve to be in first place, because the guy above you had 60 and you had 30, but you had 55 in your viewer list. Like, that would have been top spot for you. It happens to you so often. It's happening to me. It's happening to other streamers. They need to fix it. Definitely.
I'm really not terribly worried about it in Skyrim. The beautiful thing about Skyrim that I have found in my experience in streaming it is, if you have high quality streams, if you're interactive, if you have a more than half decent stream, Skyrim viewers are very picky about who they watch.
Yeah.
So if there's somebody with 200 viewers and a really shitty stream, they're gonna back out of that stream really fast. They're not gonna stay there and watch it because this guy just so happened to have 200 viewers. They're gonna go to a stream that has 6 viewers that is actually half decent and looks good. And The environment is nice and whatnot. I mean, again, it all depends on the viewer, but in my experiences, a lot of the Skyrim viewers seem to be pretty mature. They tend to lurk a lot, but they have good judgment on stream qualities and interactive streaming.
You're screwed so, Fuzzles, because you said they'd look for someone that looks good. You're fucking screwed.
Hey, as long as I got D-Clims on my hidden level stream team, I'm going to be okay.
The Russian, you're going to call it the Russian team. The Russian hidden level.
Mexican.
We're not talking about you, Mr. Polish man. Ole.
Fuzz, no, I totally agree with what you were saying about Skyrim viewers, and I definitely say that myself in general, because I like to look for. I feel like actually in Skyrim streams, a lot of time I personally look for smaller people, because it's more interactive, and I really like the how interactive the game itself can be, and I feel like it's more of an adventure when there's like 5 people there, and you're like, we're 5 friends on a couch, and we're adventuring in Skyrim right now, you know.
I actually like that a lot. I like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, and that's also how I gained a lot of viewership in Skyrim, and I'm sure you've done the same thing. You take suggestions from the viewers. Hey guys, what class do you want to play? What factions do you want to join? What skills should we, focus on? And everyone bringing all their ideas together is like everyone's created this character that you're just so happy to be driving.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I like it. It's a lot of fun.
The other games that I've been playing recently, just to kind of ask you if you have ever heard of these. I know we're going back to games we've been playing recently. I just want to know, have you guys ever heard of We Happy Few? I put an hour into that today, and I just want to know.
I've heard about that.
What about you, DK?
Is that the weird art one?
It's weird in terms of the play style. Like, everyone is kind of like crazy, and you're trying to be a normal person in a bunch of crazy people. It's like an insane asylum. But the game came out broken. Like, they released it as an alpha. It was only an alpha, so that was their excuse.
What game are you talking about?
It's called We Happy Few.
We Happy Few.
Happy. It was made in like a development team from Canada. They self-published as well, as far as I'm aware. I'll have to double check that, actually, make sure I'm right. And
yeah, you are right.
Self-published. And the reason why I went back to it today was because they are a really cool development team, and I wanted to see if they fixed it. I haven't seen anything bad about the game since I went back to it today, but that's only because I only put like an hour in while we were waiting for Fuzzles to put some pants on. Pretty much what
I still haven't put them on.
You don't have to. That's why he's not doing a standing stream today. And pretty much what happened in the original one, for example, there was a mission where you had to sneak into a house, but the guy's head was glitched so that he was downstairs, but his head was above the floorboard, so you couldn't do the mission, and you needed to do it to pass the game. So I just quit the game completely. It's my most popular clip on Twitch. I'm seeing if I can get to that point again and see if there's any glitches in that house, because it was so easy to get caught the last time. Literally, you couldn't do anything because his head was floating in the air. Whereas this time I'm going to see if I can actually pass that part. So I can't wait to see if they fixed it.
Dude, that reminds me of I actually recently replayed Ocarina of Time, the Zelda game, and I don't know what the actual glitch is, but I'm aware that there's a glitch in the water temple that if you do something wrong, like you break the game and you can't beat it.
Holy shit.
So like the whole time I'm playing through it, anytime I got stuck, I'm like, oh shit, I must have broke the game. And like, I couldn't decide like how long to like struggle on problems, because I was like, I don't know if this is even actually solvable, because I don't know what breaks the game.
Do you know, I still have that problem like years later. Two similar things. Number one, I used to play a game, it was a Japanese game, and I used to play like hundreds of hours of it, where you had to let the bosses kill you. And some of the bosses had to kill you, some of them didn't, okay? And to this day, if I'm fighting a boss that's like super difficult, I'm like, maybe I have to die here, and then I have to play the fucking boss over again. It just ended up being difficult. But same thing happened as well in another game I played when I was on like the Sega or something, where the game broke. I spent another hour playing it, and then I found that I couldn't progress. Happened to me in Diablo 2 as well. I leveled up incorrectly, and same with Dark Souls. I leveled up incorrectly in Demon Souls, sorry, and I couldn't play the game any further. And to this day, I have the same problem as you. I'm playing a game, and I'm like, maybe I broke the game. Maybe this puzzle isn't supposed to be this difficult.
I had the same problem in Final Fantasy X.
Oh, yeah?
If you've played that, the puzzles in that are not very good.
No.
Like, the puzzle design itself isn't too bad, but the movement mechanics and, like, actually physically moving stuff around is terrible.
The camera, locks you in and stuff like that. I think I remember that.
For instance, one of them you have to push a pillar around and land it on, blocks to, like, push switches and stuff. And they literally had to make a respawn button for the pillar in case you, like, push it into a corner or something. Like, push it off the cliff.
Oh, man.
It's like,
that still happens to this day. In Nier Automata, there is a side mission where if you push the like crate one step too far, you have to start the whole thing again because it goes into a corner. It's hilarious because you can't pull it; you have to only push it. So even to this day, developers are making that mistake. And Final Fantasy IX, I was on disc 3 out of 4. I was like 30 hours into the game, and I broke the game in an area where you have to fight like this dragon enemy. I still remember to this day. And I played it again when I was older on Steam, and I fucking broke the game again in the same place. I've never finished the game because of that glitch. Oh, man. It's so annoying. Poor Fuzzles over there. Fuzzles, how's your back?
Dude, I'm in pain.
Are you in pain right now?
Yeah.
Listening to us?
No.
Yeah, I can see it in your face, dude.
Like, ever since, like, I woke up this morning...
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like I'm taking this medication, but it's still like my neck is really affected today. Like I have restrictive movement in my neck, and it hurts. It hurts. Like even just sitting here, it's not. I'm not even kidding you. Like I'm contemplating canceling my stream today just because I'm in pain.
Do you want to continue the cast? We can always have DK on again in the future.
No. We're fine.
You sure?
We're fine. Yeah.
Okay. If you need to lie down or something, we can rabbit on about this shit. Don't forget, you're not wearing pants. You might get banned. Don't picture any naked women or something. Speaking of which, it's that part of the podcast where we enter. Play the music, booby streamers.
All right, hey, I want to challenge MC just real quick. I want to challenge MC. Every single time MC does this action, I want somebody to do something in chat. Do you want them to like spam something or like press a number? I think this will be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Every time he does this, people are gonna type this. So what do you want them to type?
Sarcasm fuzzles. we should tell them what that means too. Sarcasm fuzzles.
So guys, this is what's gonna happen. Every single time MC gesticulates, meaning using his hands to speak.
Oh God,
right,
they're going to go nuts.
We are going to spam. Well, don't get globally banned because I'm sure he's gonna be doing this a lot. But every time he uses his hands to speak, all right, we're gonna spam sarcasm fuzzle hashtag sarcasm fuzzles in chat each and every time, and I want to see if MC can think thoroughly about what he wants to say, and actually put his hands down and not use. You want
an Irish person who was a trained salesperson not to move my hands while speaking? All right, I'll try it out, but. There's no way this is happening beyond this podcast. I love doing it.
He's like this right now.
I love doing it. Exactly. Sarcasm, Fluffy.
I thought he'd use his hands, saying he wouldn't use his hands.
I did.
I
did.
Like,
yeah, I did.
Like Will Ferrell. He's like, I really just don't even know what to do with my hands right now.
I have my hands cuffed to the chair. But
you have to tape his hands down.
Did you ever play what's it called? Monkey Island. Did you ever play that game?
No, I have not.
Ever played Monkey Island, DK, and your cameraman? You can ask your cameraman
What
too.
is with your camera, bro?
He's on
His
PS4, isn't he?
camera is just constantly just like.
Wait, is it following my face?
It is, yeah. It follows your face. Is it a PS4 cam or is it a what kind of cam is it?
It's a C920 Logitech webcam.
I never knew they did
That's
that.
the exact same that I have, and it's not.
Dude, on my preview on Twitch, it's the full frame.
Oh, that's true as well, actually. Yeah. Technically, it has a bigger frame to look at.
Yeah, like the preview on Skype looks totally different than what it's actually showing you guys.
Is it?
I don't know why.
That's pretty cool, actually. I know a guy who was streaming before who had a camera that moved it around with him, and whenever he went to the toilet, the camera was like pointing at his door, and then when he was walking into his room, the camera was following him. What are you drinking, by the way? Is that tomato juice?
No, it's coffee.
Out of a jar?
What kind of tomato juice are you drinking, dude? It's brown. No, yeah, it's iced coffee.
Mud water.
Oh God.
Mud water.
Mud
Yeah,
water.
you know, in the city we don't really get too good water, so this is how it comes out of the faucet. I said it's fine though.
MC looks like he's been taken hostage by his chair.
I know, right? I was like, hold it on for dear life.
Anyways, guys, in today's stream, I'm gonna be escaping this trap.
Look at those triceps, though. Look at the shoulders, man. I'm definitely enjoying some good workouts. I'll just stream like this for the rest of my life. Did you ever see that one of those guys who like have the camera set up so their head's always like this when they're streaming, so that their chest, their pectoral muscles are always like flexed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like they sit like this, and the camera's set up so that their neck is like open and stuff like that. It's so funny. I'm allowed to scratch, by the way, am I? Can I scratch?
Yes. As long as you're not trying to
With the camera.
describe what you're trying to say using your hands and trying to explain to people how large things are and how
Or small.
Oh yeah, I did ask you about Monkey Island. There's a guy in Monkey Island. He's like this car salesman, and when he's talking to you, you can do sarcasm fossils for this, but he's like this, and I want to sell to you today this lovely car, and he's like moving his hands around like that. I always remember that from like the fact that I mess around with the camera when I'm talking, and yeah, that's always been something that I've always loved to do. Oh, even in work, I used to like dab in front of customers and stuff like that. It was hilarious, and one of my customers was like, "Why do you always do that?" And I said, yeah, that's just me.
You did not dab.
Well, it wasn't like it was like a dab. It was more like a go over there and get that, or go over there and get that, or whatever. And it's like,
MC's like, have you seen my beach ball? It's about this big. This round. Last time I saw it went that way.
do you want to see the protein? It's over that way, dude. Like all the extra protein. All right, so we talked about like games we've been playing recently. We talked about 2 topics about Twitch. There was something else I wanted to ask you guys. Do you have any events or anything coming up in the future, Fuzzles? Or what the hell happened to D's cam?
What? Oh no.
Oh, right, it's back. I was about to give you the donkey, by the way, because if someone's cam doesn't work, you get the donkey.
What? Oh,
You don't know what the donkey is?
Just a picture. No.
It's literally a picture of a cartoon donkey, and it goes into your face cam. You can have it if you want.
Give it to me.
We haven't had that. Give it to him. Oh God. So any events coming up in the future, Fuzzles?
Possibly charity.
Okay. Is that a team thing, or is it so? Oh yeah, the one that I.
you
yeah.
were referring to. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Other than that, I've got nothing going on my end. The only thing that I'm trying to focus on right now is just trying to get my back better. Like, I just recently repositioned my green screen much lower once again, just to get Zero back in here so he can help me fix my back while I stream and not miss too many days of streaming. But I don't know. That's all I'm trying to focus on right now.
You could have a whole new segment though of like streaming laying down. That
You
you
don't have
nobody
the
even
camera
does
like
that.
above me, facing down.
Yeah, you gotta mount your screens on the ceiling,
Yeah.
and then
Actually,
We good to
even
go.
better. I'm gonna be laying face downward, and the camera's gonna be angling upward at my face, and I'm gonna cut a hole in the zero.
It's gonna be like a massage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave one for the crotch as well. You don't want to be getting it, otherwise you'll be there for 8 hours. It's gonna be sore.
Right.
DK, any plans for the future? I know you have Morrowind, Mondays and stuff like that, but any other cool things happening?
I mean, right now, I'm throughout the week streaming Dark Souls when I can. But other than that, I'm not really doing anything. I really just committed to, 1 day a week because I think that's something that I can do and keep it consistent, which has been a problem for me in the past. Is I've been too ambitious before with schedules, and then it's like I have to just stop entirely and get my life together, and then so I figured just do 1 day a week, and I can try and kind of balance everything.
Cool.
But events, I don't have any special events going on, so.
D-Clims, I will say, man, I'm very excited about you being back on Twitch, dude, streaming again.
Thank you.
I'm very excited. I thoroughly enjoyed all your Bethesda streams, and I've never played Dark Souls, and I have seen a glimpse of it here and there and watching you stream it. I'm having a lot of fun learning a bit, so I'm glad that you're back.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
One thing I'd love to tell the chat, because I don't know if many people know this. DK, how long have you been on Hidden Level?
That's a good question, actually, because I couldn't actually go and look at the date, but I want to say it was January of 2016 that I joined.
16, yes. So it's interesting how that works. You are on this stream team for so long, and it's your first podcast. So you're finally getting some time with our little chat or our little community to talk to us. It's ridiculous that we didn't have you on. So at least now people know you are on Hidden Level. Actually, you're not on Hidden Level. Fuzzles, do you want to invite DK to Hidden Level?
He is part of Hidden Level.
I'm really missed. Sarcasm, Fuzzles!
We have been trying our hardest to avoid having D-Clims on the podcast this entire time.
Exactly.
And finally, it's caught up with us. Finally.
That's because you didn't think
fuck that guy.
to mute him before asking people who wanted to be on the next cast.
The second that he suddenly disappeared from our team, I thought that we were off the hook. And he came back and was like, "Hey, what happened?" And we're like, "Oh, I don't know. Send him another invite."
Well,
I know. I came back and I had my first stream and I was like, hey, that went pretty well. And I think I even, after the stream, I hosted somebody from the team even and was like, hey, I'm back. And then I was looking and I'm like, oh, wait, there says Hidden Level underneath their channel. I'm like, I don't
where's
think
my Hidden Level?
And I went back and I looked at it and I'm like, doesn't. So then I went to the team page and I was looking through it. I'm like,
where's me?
And then I went and checked my Twitter messages. I'm like, someone got beef? Did I do something?
Yeah, please tell me the first thing that you thought was, what the heck is wrong with those assholes?
Dropped for inactivity.
What a jerk.
You're not... Actually, that happened to 3 people, and one of those people got taken back instantly. Well, not instantly, but he's back now. But he still isn't on Twitch at the moment. We won't mention the name. The other person who that happens to still hasn't contacted us to come back. I don't know if he ever gelled with us anyway. We won't mention him either, but...
You say gelled?
In general, Sarcasm Fuzzle, I'm using my hand again. He didn't kind of gel with the team as much. He didn't talk to us. I bet half the team didn't even know he was there. But thank God we have everyone back on board now again. So that's the most important thing. And another thing I wanted to mention was, so we have you on the podcast finally, and you're finally getting your time to tell everyone about it. And you're fired, DK. You're gone out of the stream team. I'm only messing, dude.
We wanted to wait about an hour into the podcast to tell you.
Yeah,
we didn't have anything else to talk about. So
actually, that is another thing. I'm really glad that we finally have you on, because I didn't get to know you enough before, and I wanted to. I really like your. For example, personality, but also I feel like I'm asking you on a date, but your audio as well is perfect. I love the audio of your stream. So those are the 2 things that I really have noticed about you and your stream and your YouTube video on Hidden Level. Hidden Level, guys. Go over to Hidden Level YouTube and look up DK. Another thing I want to tell everyone was the whole sarcasm fuzzles. It seems to be kicking off a little bit. Fuzzles, would you like to tell people where that comes from?
No, I would not.
I would like to know. I missed that.
Would you like?
I will tell you, Declan. So basically, what happened was, there are a few people on our Hidden Level stream team that like to make jokes that don't appear to be jokes until they literally say that they were joking, because knowing their characteristic, knowing their personality, and some of the things that they say, I can completely see them not joking in this instance of what they have typed in text. Now, again, we shouldn't have to assume, people's attitudes and or emotions whenever they type.
Mm.
But nor should they make jokes and assume that we understand that they're joking through a text either.
I think everyone in the EU would have gotten every one of those sarcastic jokes.
Yes, they would have. And that's why
that's your problem.
Understand that we are a diverse team, right? We are an international, global,
I love it, dude.
Right? Hidden Level stream team with diverse streamers. And not everyone is going to understand the sarcasm.
And I love your sarcasm is like, we don't understand your sarcasm a lot of the time. It's hilarious. Yeah.
Sarcasm is so stupid, but it's still apparent that I'm joking.
And your jokes are like crazy as well, which is like, I don't get if it's a joke or not half the time. It's hilarious, dude. But that's what I love about the team. We have a diversity that just don't get each other, but yet we get along like a house on fire. And the whole thing came about because
House on fire.
You've never heard that one before? There's another one. There's sarcasm puzzles. One of the areas that I learned about the lack of understanding sarcasm is when me and Fossils were having a genuine conversation, and I was asking about him moving out, and I asked him, "Can I buy his PC games?" It was a sarcastic comment, but Fossils said, "Where the hell did that come from?" And it was like, wait a minute now. It was because it was out of context. I think that's your problem. You didn't understand that sarcasm can happen out of context to the conversation or something. Is that what happened there?
Example, actually,
No,
from
see, it's literally just EU sarcasm. What I don't understand.
Exactly.
I'm going to stop you there, Fuzz. Because last night, there was in your stream. All right, so if you recall, last night Fuzzles is playing Skyrim, and he encounters some fellows along the road, and they're drinking. They offer him a drink, and he's like, "Well, I have some of this black briar mead if you want some." And they're like, "Fuck out of here with that." And I messaged you, Fuzzle, and I'm like, "Hey, man, that's like if I were to be like, hey, man, want to come over and have some Coors Light?" And be like, "Fuck you, I'm more of a Bud guy." Like, you misread it.
No, I did not. No, I knew exactly the comparison. I did.
Oh, it just wasn't funny then. Okay.
No,
Yeah, because he was super serious.
No, it was funny. I just kind of never mind. Maybe my sarcasm is just completely different. I mean, the way I take jokes and the way I deliver jokes.
And you're
I guess
okay.
different.
This was the most funny joke that me and you've ever gone through, and I have to share this with the chat. I hope you don't mind, but you said to me, "I guess I'm just a stupid American gun-toting, stupid American that's gun-toting," and I was like, "Yeah," and you were like, "Thanks, dude." You were like super offended. I was like, "I already messed it." You were acting super offended. I was like, "Yeah, there you are." That's your sarcasm. Your sarcasm is acting super offended to everything. You're like a snowflake, and you're acting a snowflake. You're a snowflake actor. No one drinks with fuzz. Nobody goes near alcohol with fuzzles.
I am the funnest person to be around with alcohol. I'm
funnest?
just gonna throw that out there. I am like the best person in the world. All right, y'all losers. You're fine. Get out.
Yeah, we definitely need to go to your apartment.
People love me.
Alcohol, drinking. I'm the best. The best.
Super serious, sarcastic. Actually, we're gonna have to sit you down someday, and if you're ever in Ireland or if you're ever in the UK, we all meet up and we show you an episode of Father Ted, and it's called the most sarcastic priest in Ireland. It'll teach you how sarcasm works in Europe. That episode of Father Ted is one of the funniest comedy moments on TV.
I don't even know what you're saying right now because
I'm speaking.
The language barrier is is existing right now.
There's no H's in these sentences.
Are we playing with your tree right now, or are we playing with your tree?
Actually, let's see how my YouTube video did this morning. Witcher 3 was in it. Any topics that you guys would like to bring up for the second half of the podcast, or will we do questions? Question time.
Does anybody have any questions for us? Anything relative to Twitch, streaming, games, hidden level, D-Clims over here, who's completely off conversation, but I guess we'll have it in the podcast.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
The idea of asking you a question about yourself is off gaming.
If anybody has any questions, guys, please have them loaded, ready to go. We'll be answering questions
Very shortly.
Try and make them general questions and not just not like towards anyone in particular, unless it's our special guest.
And D-Clims, do you have any questions for us?
Actually, MC, I do want to know how you started streaming, because I actually haven't heard that story.
That video is being released in 2 weeks on Saturday. I'm gonna mess it. Well, actually, it really is, but I will give you like
it's gonna cost you $1
to watch it. It's YouTube Red. Spooey, you can ask a question. God help us if Spooey asks a question. Anyway, how I started streaming, I was watching a streamer play Diablo 3, actually, of all things, and he was doing something super cool with. Oh, Nat, thank you very much for reminding me about this. I need to definitely ask about that one. Ask the other guys about Terraria Otherworld. When it comes to this guy, he was streaming. He was a bit of a-hole to his viewers, but he was doing something very unique in his stream, and that was like giveaways and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, man, I could be I could stream like him. But
I could be an asshole just like him.
I could be an asshole just like him, but I could be a nice asshole. I could take their money and be nice about it and smile. But like seriously, he was the person who I thought I could be like, just maybe do a better version of, maybe a bit nicer. And then the second person I used to watch them was Co-Carnage, and I learned a lot about interacting from him. One thing that he always says is he's very good at the game. He's very good at community, but he's not very entertaining, which is true. I mean, he's very, strict in his stream and doesn't really entertain like, say, Lyric or Bikeman does. And then, for example, me, I would be more focused on community and definitely not gameplay. I play everything on easy, even Barbie. I got stuck on Barbie today, and I would be kind of like the entertaining side. So we all have this like triangle, and most streamers are missing one of those three. You either have the community, you have the entertainment, or you have the good gameplay. And I'd say Fuzzles would have, if he's playing Terraria, he would have the community and the gameplay. And when you're playing Skyrim, you would have the entertainment and you would have the community. I don't watch enough of your stream, D-Clims. What would you put yourself down as? Would you put yourself down as a good game player? Would you put yourself down as community-based? Or are you funny?
Well, see, that's subjective. See, I think I'm funny. Mm-hmm. I don't know if other people think I'm funny.
That's the problem. You have, as a Twitch streamer, you have to be.
Speaking of, let me cut both of you guys off right now. All right, MC, if you have not popped in DK's stream channel lately, he's been. He has this accent that he's been working on.
What the hell is this?
That he's been working on, and I think DK, for just the shits and giggles of it all, should maybe give us maybe a minute or two of the accent.
A minute or two? This is gonna be good.
And
Go on.
MC, I need you to either tell him to keep working on it or just squash it now. Either one.
Is it an Irish accent by chance?
See, but it's bad. But I know it's bad. So
and that's the thing. You're trying to be bad. It's like me when I speak Irish.
No, I'm trying to be good. But I know that it's bad. But I think it's okay, you know. It's so like I don't know if you've seen that what is it, a Geico commercial where there's the fisherman with he catches $1 and he's holding it above the lady's head and she's trying to jump up and get it and he's like
the entrance.
Yeah.
Commercial?
No.
So oh, okay. Well, basically it comes from that. And like there's another catchphrase which is, if you're not on the golden road, you're not on any road at all. And it's pretty much just variations of that. I just pretty much yell in that accent for about 10 minutes at a time.
You actually do sound like Jacksepticeye there. So you kind of have you have an actor's Irish accent, which is pretty cool.
They're after me, Lucky Charms.
Exactly, that's exactly how he speaks. He's acting to be. I remember when he tried to make himself sound American, like because he thought people couldn't understand him or people didn't like his Irish accent. But yeah, you sound really really good.
You know what you should do? You should mix that accent with the different voices and things and alter your voice a bit with that mic.
That's gonna sound. I can try it. That's gonna sound really, really weird.
Let's give it a shot.
If you're not on the golden road, you're not on any road at all. They're after me, Lucky Charms. What have they got to be quicker than that?
You sound like oh man, what's his name?
That sounds so scary.
You know Negan from Walking Dead.
Who?
Negan from Walking Dead.
The name.
His name is Negan.
Negan
from Walking Dead.
I don't. What season is that character in?
Current season 8, I think, Ron.
Oh, okay. See, I've only seen it up till about season 5.
Okay, well, in an Irish movie, Negan, the American actor who plays Negan, played an Irish guy. You sound exactly like him, apart from the fact that you're a little bit more demonic.
These limbs just ruined Lucky Charms for me, like completely.
Let me have your Lucky Charms. Here's something for you guys. We never have sold. There's no such thing as Lucky Charms in Ireland. Did you know that? The cereal. You guys sell them all over the US.
You guys don't have Lucky Charms?
And we don't have Lucky Charms. We don't have Lucky Charms over here.
So if you never heard that phrase?
No.
They're after
Well,
Lucky Charms?
I have only because I lived a little bit in Boston and my uncle still lives there, so he still like sends them over and shit. But that's only I'm
actually from that area originally.
Really? I'm originally from Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. I know a girl who goes to school in Salem. That's like that was about an hour away from my house.
What was her name? I probably did something bad with her. Yeah, I think so, actually.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I think so. Well, if you go down to the boondocks, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of birders out there. It's like the Bronx.
Oh, maybe I should just do Boston accents. See, those are pretty bad too. But
oh God, you sound like my uncle.
I would like listening to a Boston accent more than an Irish accent. I hate Irish accents so much.
You're sick of listening to them. And see, that's sarcasm, chat. That's an American sarcasm. Yeah, do a Boston accent.
Well, my brother Maki and I, we went down to the bar.
Yes!
And, we're talking about loyalty, right? Because loyalty means more than a gun. And,
more than a condom?
A selfie. Anybody will tell you that. But my mother, Margie, she's always yakking at me, trying to tell me get out of the house, get my life started, but I'm just not ready to do that, so this is what I'm doing for now. So I'm just gonna watch some hockey, a couple of the Bruins, go down to the pub with my guys, and just have a good time.
DK, that was so good, man.
Can you do?
I would have sworn that was your first accent. Like,
it technically was. He's from there.
That is fantastic, dude. You need to maintain that accent the entire time you stream from now on. Bring lore into the entire thing. Like really bring magic and medieval into the Boston accent. I would love to hear that all day. All day.
I'll just do it for months, and everyone will think that's how I talk, and then one day I'll just go back to my normal voice, and everyone will be like, wait.
That was fantastic.
Do a New York accent for any New York people that might be lurking. We do have a few of them. If you can do it.
A New York accent?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, New York, they kind of talk like this. It's a little bit deeper, and, they really accentuate the O's, but not quite the R's. In Boston, they're like, park. But here in New York, we go and we get a grind, we get a sub. We go down for a ball. I like to get my buddies, and we go down to Fenway, and we just kick some ass. Those guys down in Boston, they don't really know how we do it here in New York. Okay.
Oh my God,
dude.
Bloody hell.
That is really, really good.
See, for the longest time, I thought when I was doing a New York accent, I thought it was a Boston accent, and it was 4 a.m. on St. Patty's Day when I was yelling in a diner that the owner told me that's not a Boston accent. That's a New York accent.
Yeah, because it's so much. then he told you to change your O's on R's, isn't it?
This was.
Oh my gosh, dude!
It was 4 a.m. on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
What the hell were you doing?
Well, you see, we were at a party and we're going home, and the kid he's like, I'll call a cab. He's like, we'll get back that way. And so we're in the cab and we're passing this diner. He's like, oh, that place is awesome. And he's like, stop. So he's like, we stopped, and then we went there, and that's how it. There was actually a surprising amount of people there, like normal people, like just having breakfast. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, go to bed.
In suits and stuff. Although
I found a free T-shirt on the ground too. That it said it was McGargles, established since never, and it was like clean. I'm like, I'm taking this T-shirt home. I found it in the middle of the street.
On live.
I took it home and I washed it, and now I have a McGargles T-shirt that I don't wear because I don't think anyone's actually read it when I'm wearing it because no one's ever questioned it.
You should like send it over here. They'd be like, "Oh my God, were you in Boston?"
McGargles, yeah.
We don't have that name over here. That second name doesn't exist over here. That's like an American.
No, I think it's a joke. Like, I think the gargles is the joke of it.
The sarcasm of it, the American sarcasm that the Europeans wouldn't get.
Wouldn't
I didn't sense it. If it's on a shirt,
if I throw my hands up, should I throw my hands
sponsoring
up?
it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely do the as you're talking. So that is a question that, like, moving straight on to questions again. Nat has asked this question from a topic that I wanted to ask you guys about, and I don't know if you play Terraria, DK, but Fulsus, what do you think about the Terraria Otherworld announcement and the fact that they're going to be delaying it massively?
Doesn't surprise me.
Doesn't surprise me either. Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. It's good that they're putting some time into it. What do you think, DK?
Punches. What I am happy about is them actually telling us, hey, guys, it's going to take a little bit more time.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
From a developer standpoint, I think it's a lot. I don't really play Terraria too much, but for them to delay it, I think is a much better stance than for them to release something that doesn't work. Which a lot of developers, I think, do. Or not really developers, it's more the publishers trying to push things out. And that's how you end up with just not good games, good gameplay in general.
Yeah.
So
100%.
It's much better to let them take their time, even if it kind of sucks that it's not going to be as soon as you had hoped. But the end product should, in theory, be a better product, you know. And
I didn't, I don't know if this is a reputed source. I think it was somewhere from Relogic themselves. Did you see how much money they're putting into this game? It's like, it's more than Mighty Man 9. It's like $4 million to $8 million dollars into this game. Oh, it was 4 million. Yeah, so 4 million into this game.
I mean, if you think about it, they're going to make a hell of a lot more on it whenever they sell it.
This is going to be their big game.
I mean, you got 20 million consumers who have bought Terraria. How many of those people are going to play Terraria 2, or basically Terraria Otherworld? You know what I mean? How many of those? A lot of them. Probably more than half of them. If they enjoyed Terraria, they're going to play Terraria Otherworld.
It's going to be huge.
And actually, with the publicity that they already have, it could actually be bigger.
Yeah. Could end up being a bigger game. It depends on the price point, of course. If it's a $10 a game or $15 a game, it'll be huge. If it's $20 a game, it'll be less. But the higher they go on the price point, the less they'll sell. But only because people are used to paying $9.99 for Terraria. I'd say $14.99 in euros. Maybe what is that? $17.99 in dollars. I think that'd be a perfect price point for this game. Get them a lot of money. If they go above 20, I think they're going to struggle a little bit. But at least they're putting a massive game out there that's like amazing. It looks amazing. So I can't wait for that, and that is the game that I'm looking forward to, Nat, and I think it's what Fuzzle is looking forward to as well. We've answered that question. DK, you've never answered that question on the stream. What games are you looking forward to?
I haven't looked recently, so I don't know if there's been any official news yet, but I am extremely excited for Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know if it's actually even officially been confirmed as a title, but I am pretty confident that it will exist. Some people say they're like, oh, well, there was Elder Scrolls Online, but that's kind of a totally separate game in my opinion, because it's like the MMO, but Skyrim, but not really. It's, some people like that game, but I have tried. I haven't really liked it, but I'm really looking forward to another rendition of the Elder Scrolls, and I really hope they, rather than dumbing down more RPG mechanics, I hope they kind of start to go back a little bit to some older school stuff and really giving you a lot more customization with your attributes and skills and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool.
It's interesting, actually. That brings me into another point as well in a different game, but I was just looking up Elder Scrolls 6. It is guaranteed that it's going to happen, but it hasn't anywhere near a release date yet. So
I think they're working on something else beforehand.
That's what it says on this tweet, but that was like 6 months ago. He said, "We're not working on CES 6 at the moment. That's coming soon," says Pete Hines. The Witcher is going to be getting a new game, and unfortunately, the only reason why they're getting a new game is because of how popular Witcher 3 was. So I'm glad that they're bringing out a new Witcher game, but unfortunately the main protagonist, is not going to be the main character. I hope that they have Ciri as the main character, because she's absolutely amazing in the game if you've ever played it. But it's just weird that it's a company that has pretty much come from nothing to make something of their trilogy. But Jesus, I think that bringing out a fourth game is literally only for the fan service, if you get me. What do you think of that, Fuzzles? Have you played Witcher at all? Have you never played that game? Have you ever watched it?
Nope.
Amazing.
I mean, I've watched a few of it, yeah. But I've not played it. I just feel like, I guess it's just another one of those things where it's like, well, if it looks and feels like Terraria, why not play Terraria? It's better. I feel like this game felt a lot like Skyrim.
Oh yeah, I get you. I get what you mean. I was wondering there for a second. I was like, did you just compare like Terraria and Witcher? Wait, what? I building things in this game.
You gotta let me make my point.
Exactly. Yeah, gotta wait for the point.
Whole other level.
Gotta wait for the point. The sarcasm doesn't end to the end. I love that moment as well where you were like, "Where's the punchline?" And it was like a serious story. It was hilarious. All these little funny things that happened.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, were you? All right. I see. I didn't get that. I didn't get that. That was sarcasm, MC.
Like, was that the punchline?
Was that the
You gotta
punchline?
put your hands up, man.
You gotta put the woo to say sarcasm.
What am I supposed to do with my hands?
What am I? I'm locking it behind my chair. I'm still locked in.
The Witcher is one game that I bought it on sale actually a couple of months ago for like $30, and I haven't even opened it yet.
Oh, The Witcher. It was number 3, obviously. Yeah, Witcher 3.
Yeah, the third one. I did play like 9 hours of The Witcher 2, and the combat is what really turned me off.
Yeah,
I was not a fan of the combat. I
So
don't know how it
clunky.
is in 3 compared to 2.
If you dodge constantly, you pretty much it's like playing Dark Souls. So if you are step dodging now, not dodge rolling. If you're step dodging constantly in that game, it's like playing a mixture between Dark Souls and Assassin's Creed. It's a fast-paced Dark Souls. So it's really cool as long as you do that. If you do it any other way, it's as clunky as hell. Like if you do dodge rolling instead of step dodging, you literally dodge roll into an enemy. He misses his first hit, and you go straight head first into the second sword that he has in his hand. So it's clunky as feck. But yeah, do step dodging constantly, and it'll be very fun to play the combat. Story's amazing. I got the ending. I got the darkest ending of the game. I'm not going to spoil it. And I think the dark ending is actually what the developers wanted us to see, whereas most people think that the happy ending is the proper ending. I think the happy ending is only for people.
It's not as impactful.
Exactly. This is thought-provoking. I'm still thinking about it to this day. Like the only thing I know that because it's been so long since that game came out, and there's going to be another Witcher, that the bad ending isn't as bad, but it's still like really. It's like a horror game in a way without the scares. It really gets into your mind, and you're trying to think about what the hell did I just witness. So even if you play the game for 25 hours just to see that ending, and if you get the bad, actually you will get the bad ending as long as you do it in like 25 to 30 hours, because you won't be doing all the side missions and you won't be a good guy in the game. If you do it in 25, 30 hours and get that ending, you'll see one of the best endings to a video game you'll ever play. You'll ever see. Definitely.
Gotcha.
And another thing I love about the game, just really quickly, the bad guys are really cool. A lot of games suffer from having shit bad guys. Like, we don't have a Sephiroth anymore. We don't have like one of these cool bad guys who you actually think, my God, this guy is actually really interesting. There's like 4 really cool bad guys in this game, and they're commanders, and you have to like take on each of the commanders. I'm not saying anything that happens.
Oh, you mean
to
the
them.
actual characters? I thought you meant like monsters.
No, monsters are cool too. There's a lot of different types of monsters, but we're talking about characters. Like they're evil ass bad guys, and you gotta fight them bitches, and it's so cool when you have to fight them. So that's another thing I love about the game: the fact that you actually have to fight badasses who are actually cool, rather than just
That is pretty cool.
yeah.
That reminds me of Fallout 3. This is kind of I think a pretty popular opinion, but what was his name? The main bad guy in that one, or not Fallout 3. Sorry, not Fallout 3.
New Vegas.
Far Cry 3.
Oh, right. I never played that.
Oh, what the hell is his name? I don't. Oh no, hold on. This is gonna drive me insane.
Oh, I did play it. He's at the beginning and he beats the shit out of you, didn't he, or something?
3.
I never saw the ending though.
What's his name? Oh, Voss. Okay. So yeah, Voss. It's actually pretty interesting. The story behind him. He actually came into the studio, I believe, for a voice acting audition. I believe for actually a different character, and he didn't fit the character. But they liked his acting so much that they literally created an entirely new character for him.
That is cool.
Which became the center point of the game, pretty much. And just his voice acting and his scripting is just fantastic.
That's such a cool revelation. I didn't know that. I didn't like the game only because of the copy and paste. It's like Ubisoft syndrome. Ubisoft syndrome is you play 5 hours of a game, and then the next 15 hours of your game is copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, like all the Assassin's Creed games. That's the only thing I didn't like about that.
Pasta?
Copy pasta. That's the game.
There you go. There you go.
And there was
Speaking of Assassin's Creed, I thought the Ezio trilogy was really, really good. And then I think it kind of went downhill after that.
Mm-hmm.
But like you were saying before about game endings that make you think, Assassin's Creed 3, I didn't actually like most of the game that much.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that it ended, like I had to sit in my room in the dark for like 10 minutes, just like,
wow.
damn,
Yeah.
what do I do now?
Well, I had the same interesting feeling, but I was thinking, wow, that was not that could have been so much better. Like I liked it. I thought it was good. It was thought provoking. But I played number 1 thinking that number 2 would be amazing. Number 2 was okay. Assassin's Creed 3 was supposed to bring the story in, but they left a cliffhanger, didn't they, or something? There was something.
Yeah, it was a huge cliffhanger.
That was my problem. I wanted it to end. I wanted the trilogy to rope it all in and be cool. But I was thinking to myself, wow, that was an amazing ending. However, they're after leaving it open, and I'm like, I thought this was supposed to be the end of it.
Yeah, I think they have dragged on the series too long. I actually stopped playing after that point because I think
Same here.
that was when they went to a yearly release.
Mm-hmm. Like
say,
Call of Duty, like.
And once they started going to yearly releases, it just kind of started to go downhill, in my opinion. And
Completely.
yeah, exactly like Call of Duty, you know.
Yeah, just every single one is the same, with different scenes, different setting, and I just thought it was horrible that they did that to a cool game. Are you in agony over there, bud?
No, I'm all right.
You all right? Are you going to stream?
Yeah. Probably not.
Oh, you gonna take the day off?
Dude, it's not good.
Well, the one thing I would say is you definitely put a lot of hours into your stream from whenever, I think it was December, January, and February when you were just pushing. That was 3 solid months of work at work and stream at stream, non-stop, and you deserve a little bit of a break, to be honest. I mean, your back is probably just... I know it was a stretch that caused it, but your body's trying to tell you, just take it easy for a week or something.
I don't know, man, because this happened a month ago.
Yeah, that's...
And I just recently, saw the doctor last week about it. And, it was Friday last week. And, yeah, it's not it's not comfortable. So basically, what happened was, if you guys are unaware, my back is hurt. One day I woke up one morning and I stretched, and I felt a very, very sharp pain in the very dead center of my back, like in between my shoulder blades. So it's very high on my back, not like a lower back pain. And this pain has affected the immediate area: my shoulder blades, my shoulders, my arms, and my neck. And it has left like restrictive movement in my arms, my shoulders, and my neck. And I'm just like, it's not comfortable. It sucks whenever I sleep. It sucks whenever I just try and do like just normal bodily things, because obviously your back is like the primary muscle in your body, and that's what you use. You use your back for everything. You know what I mean? So
there's a soft tissue in the middle of your back called the rhomboid, and the problem with that muscle is, if it's that muscle, it doesn't get used like a bicep or whatever. It doesn't extend or contract or whatever when you're moving. So it's horrible to repair that muscle. It can take a long time, and painkillers don't really hit that because not much blood goes into that muscle either. So if it's your rhomboid, there's only one way to fix it, and that is complete and utter rest. So hopefully you can get that. Another thing that's good for it, by the way, and don't listen to me 100%, maybe ask your doctor or whatever, a little bit of a deadlift. Do some deadlifts, because exercise will push some blood into the muscle. Very light deadlifts now. Pushing.
They told me the complete opposite.
Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't exercise it at all.
Don't strain your back.
Okay.
Don't do any jerking movements. With like actually like pulling and lifting things or opening things. I have a closet in my kitchen that every day I have to jerk open, and I'm sure that doesn't help it at all. So now I'm trying to leave it open like as much as I can, not completely shut it, because that thing is it's not good.
Like when you told me about this, I thought that you had like an old army injury, something like so cool, and like you took a bullet took an arrow to the knee or something. But no, it was.
I don't want to talk about it, guys. It brings up old memories.
I thought you had like a story.
A lot of good men out there.
You were like carrying someone home.
This arm that you guys see is actually not even my arm. It's my buddy's arm. My arm got blown off.
He was like an organ donor or an arm donor.
The only thing that was left was his arm, so I thought I'd attach it to me.
Keep him apart to me.
I dragged out 6 soldiers with my left arm.
Yeah, exactly.
It reminds me of that movie, Major
Forrest Gump.
Pain.
Oh, I thought you said Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run! What happens in Major Pain?
Wait, so I didn't realize I had my OBS open. So somebody just followed, and it's just like, bah, bah.
That used to happen to me as well. That used to happen to me. I was over in Fuzzles once, and I had my thing open, and it was like, holy shit. So people who follow DK quick, guys, and he'll set off his alert and scare the shit out of him.
I've had it like in the middle of the day, like where I'll just get a totally random follow, and like, oh man,
that used to happen to me as well. Yeah, I used to do that as well. I just like. My alerts are very loud as well, and it's just scared the absolute bejesus out of you. Really quickly, actually, we never got to talk about the game that I was playing that you came across, Fuzzles, when I was playing it, called Nier Automata. You told me that you think that game is nuts or crazy. What do you think of that game from seeing it on stream?
What?
Okay, you don't remember the Nier where you blow off the woman's like clothes and she's like running around naked?
Oh, yes, I do.
MC is the only way to be a booby streamer.
I was like, what are you talking about? I guess the only thing I was focusing on was the fact that your skill was to tear off your pants and run around naked.
And they put
unbelievable game. Why would that even be a game function?
Did you know that? Well, obviously you didn't know, but the guy who created the game, now he's completely nuts. But pardon the pun, but he actually fired people on his development team for not putting enough pixels and not making the butt perfect. That ass had to be perfect for the game for him, and believe it or not, there is more definition put into that ass than into some of the graphics in the game. Like you can see it when it you can see the creases in the skin when she moves her right leg and doesn't move her left leg, stuff like that. That's how crazy it is in that game. And you don't get to see her like fully naked or anything, DK. You've never seen the game or played it, have you?
I've seen like trailers, but I plan to play it at some point. I actually bought it for my brother's birthday.
Absolutely amazing game.
He liked it.
I love the game so much. It's like the perfect game for me. It's like a mixture of kind of like anime, but not too Japanesey. And the company who made it didn't try and cater to Western audiences. They made a Japanese game, and they said this is for Japanese audiences, and that's why it's doing so well. I mean, that's why Final Fantasy's not doing as well as it did, because they're trying to be Western. They're trying to be Dragon Age. Why not just be Japanese? That's where you're based. Like, just try and be yourself, and that's what this game is. It's itself. It's fucking amazing. I love that game, and I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna do. There's 26 endings. I've done 4 of them. And the first ending in the game is literally taking your processing chip out of your brain, because you're an android, and you can sell or take your OS chip out, and that's the first thing I did. So I got the first ending by doing that.
And dude, you can still play through again and look at the environment, because you probably spent the whole time looking at the ass. So it's like a whole new game now.
I'm not going to be allowed to play that game without taking off those clothes. Everyone in the chat is like, "Show us her ass! Show us her ass!" That's all anyone wants. It's like, can you show us that ass again? Because anytime you teleport, she puts her jacket back on, so you have to like blow it off again. And you literally blow it off, by the way. You blow up.
They just find reasons for her to put her clothes back on, to take them back off.
To take them back off and make her walk up hills. Or if you put the camera at a certain angle, she'll turn around, hit you, or hit the camera, and you get an achievement if you do that 10 times. You have to do it like in 10 different places or whatever. And yeah, if she hits the camera 10 times, you'll get an achievement. It's hilarious. Pixelated butt is the first thing that Cran comes into here. And as DK was saying, that is my way of becoming a booby streamer. I'm never going to be able to be a booty or a booby streamer. This is my new way of doing it. Absolutely love it. You should definitely play that game. Stream it. Stream that game.
No, I'm good.
Not you, fucking DK.
Oh, I'll play it. I will absolutely play it. I'm waiting for a sale or something, which might not happen for a while because it's pretty new still. So.
Oh yeah, you bought it for someone else.
You might be able to get a deal on it, maybe through like a porn site or something. Maybe.
Just don't go through a G2A. That's the next topic that I wanted to ask you guys about. Did you hear about G2A and Gearbox and Total Biscuit and what happens with all of their news? I'll call it news.
I did not hear about this, actually.
For God's sake, did you do any research, lads? Before podcast, I'm gonna mess. That's my job. That's my job.
I asked what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, I know. We said we were going to wing it. We said we were going to wing it.
There are so many different topics that I could probably bring up that you have absolutely
I
no
bet
idea about.
I bet you there is. But we do not watch the type of TV shows you watch.
Pulses is like, hey, did you hear about that new upper chamber for that AK-47 that's coming out?
I love it, dude. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
That's amazing. The gun-toting American. Right, so, very quickly, G2A and Gearbox got joined up together for a special game. Total Biscuit said that he's going to pull all of his content for Gearbox and never review their games again, including Borderlands 3, for example. And he had a conversation with Gearbox, and Gearbox had pulled out of the deal with G2A because G2A has been caught stealing or whatever. I don't want to say stealing because this is technically an official podcast. I don't want to be spreading false information. They have been up to dodgy business practices, and businesses have gone out of business because of the keys that G2A sell, and people are being slightly scammed in the terms of service that G2A provide for their G2A Shield. And because of those two things, because they're a greedy bunch of assholes, which I can say because they are, Gearbox have decided to pull a multi-million-dollar deal away from G2A just because of one content creator on Twitter/YouTube/Twitch. First of all, what do you think of that news in general? And second of all, what do you think about the fact that content creators have so much power over these business deals and in business in general? The big ones have so much influence on media. Media is changing, guys. So, DK, you go first, I guess. Tell me what your opinion is overall.
Well, in terms of, media creators and stuff having power over people, I think that, in my opinion, that is their freedom of speech, 100%. People can put forth their own opinions and stuff like that. Now, if they're spreading false information, just not opinion or anything like that, if they're just straight up, giving out false information, then yeah, maybe they should be, something should be done about that. But in terms of just raw opinion, people can do as they will, and I think that's one thing that in America right now, like, people are like freaking out over these people giving their opinions, and it's like the freedom of speech, I feel like, is going away. But I mean, I don't want to get into like a full on like political discussion, but so in terms of that, I think having that power is okay. I'm not sure I fully understand exactly what happened, though.
Yeah, that's true.
There's not enough detail.
Not from me, there isn't. But if you read the report, there is enough detail for you guys to understand it fully. It's just me not telling you all the details because we won't have time for it. But you should definitely look into it.
I mean, honestly,
yeah. Go ahead, Puzzle.
I was gonna just segue off of your statement. So, I mean, honestly, if a big company wants to put out false information, I don't think that's bad of them. That's totally their. They have the power to do so. However, they're only hurting their credibility.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I feel like they can do that all they want. Hell, the president of the United States can put out whatever the hell he wants, but the second that it backfires on him, that he loses so much credibility. I don't know why anybody would choose to do something like that. And if they do, they have to understand the circumstances that follow. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I suppose you're right that it kind of is self-regulating in terms of, when people are spreading false information, when word gets out about that, they totally lose credibility. And then with losing credibility, they lose that power of influence too. So, oh, there it goes again.
If you guys have an opportunity later, have a read of this. But if you guys are not interested or don't have time, don't have a read of it. It's pretty much Total Biscuit giving 100% proof that G2A are doing dodgy dealings. And then, of course, it cost G2A millions because Gearbox today, after a couple of days ago, Total Biscuit saying this, Gearbox have pulled out of the deal with G2A and have decided to go with someone else. I got offered a deal with G2A a long time ago, and I refused. G2A are reportedly paying up to 50,000 euros to streamers to sponsor, to put them onto their stream, like. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for streamers to say no to. But there's a lot of
Is that a one-time fee, or is that like a yearly thing?
It's a yearly thing, and this is just the big streamers, like 50 grand.
A lot, yeah.
And
that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, and most of the streamers have decided to pull out of the deal with G2A because of this. Now, this was a few months ago. This wasn't recent. There are a few streamers on Twitch, and it's their 100% their own right to do this. They didn't pull out of the deal with G2A. But after hearing or after seeing or after reading all this detail, which is 100% true because there's proof of it, foolproof I've decided not to go with G2A, even though I would have only made like a couple of euro. I wouldn't have made 50 grand. I would have made it like 10 euro or whatever a year. But in the future, I could have made more, for example. And I just can't go for it. It's like a toxic deal if they really are that toxic. And that link that I put in the chat is proof of what they do, their practice. We won't talk.
You know what's crazy is when you have that much money, when you're that renowned as a company that sells games, like, it is so hard to go wrong at that point, because all it does is take more money to make more money.
Yeah.
At that point, your momentum is rolling so hard and so fast. It would take an absolute. You would have to go so far out of your way to screw that up.
And they really did. Yeah, they did.
Like, how? You've already got it made. Why would you do that?
And then they
you
give
only get bigger and better at that point.
And then there's other like companies like Kinguin and stuff like that are after making loads of money from this, because now the G2A, the monopoly, the Twitch of this business has been kicked down. Kinguin and Green Man Gaming or whatever it's called, they're all like, woohoo! I'm after making a lot of money.
They're like, well, time for my time to shine.
Yeah, it's our turn to shine.
In the words of Disbeliever, it's my time to shine.
My time to shine. It's like Twitch doing something stupid and Hitbox becoming huge.
Which is totally a possibility, especially with lately policies changing and stuff. You know, if they put out one policy that's just like, what? You know, they really could lose a lot of viewership really fast.
They are losing a lot of viewership to another website. I don't want to advertise the other website, especially since we're like representatives of Twitch on this stream. But one thing I would say is that Twitch and Hitbox didn't make it because they wanted to be another Twitch, but the other website is becoming a website that is what Twitch didn't do. So Hitbox wanted to be exactly like Twitch. That's why it didn't work out for them yet, or may never.
They have to find uniqueness, or else they're never gonna.
I mean, you're competing with Amazon. They have more money than like any corporation.
And this
other world almost.
And there's another business out there that's they're about to release a big update, and just before the big update, they've already done something that is really interesting that Twitch hasn't done yet, and that is, we will take the bandwidth for you. You don't have to have like super fast internet to watch our content on high quality. So it's like you can, even with slower internets, you can watch better streams, stuff like that. So
they must be doing internal compression and stuff of the videos,
which would cause buffering as long as it's high quality.
Well, you pretty much don't get any buffer even on lower. Well, it's not any buffer. That's generalizing. If you have slower internet, you could watch, say, source of most streams. Whereas if you run Twitch, you have the stream is pushing so much towards your internet that you can't watch the stream on source. I don't know enough about the details to give you the technical side of it.
I haven't read into it, but on the surface, what that sounds like is pretty much so. In your OBS fuzzles, like I don't know how familiar you are with the settings, but your CPU encoding setting, you know, like very fast, faster, fast.
Yep.
That is how much time your processor is taking to encode that data into the given bitrate. So at a set bitrate, you can have, if you were to pre-render it, you could have a much higher quality video at a smaller bitrate because it had the time to encode it more correctly and compress it better. So my guess is that with their servers, what they're doing is that you send them, you know, almost a raw, well, not necessarily raw, but you send them a partially compressed video, and then they will internally compress it more so that they can push it back out at a lower bit rate and retain a lot of the quality.
Now, how would you go about doing that? Like, I really don't understand how. That's almost like putting out a YouTube video at 720, and then YouTube turns around and says, "All right, well, we'll make it better. We'll push it out at 1080 HD." It doesn't make any sense unless they
get better, but they can retain the quality of it and push it out at a lower bit rate. Basically,
that means the person, if you're uploading at 6K bit rate, the person on the other end,
Okay, I see where you're going with this now. Okay.
Yeah, but they can't add quality.
No.
So now I understand. I was like, that made no sense to me. So basically, what you're saying is, for example, let's use Twitch for example. There's a lot of people from Europe and Asia that, if my bit quality, let's use Declims because Declims is not partnered. I'm just trying to
go ahead.
Anyways, if you were to put out 3,000 to 4,000 kbs, somebody from those countries would not be able to watch your stream without it constantly buffering at that high quality. If they're going for source.
If they have lower internet,
if they're going for source, yeah.
And if they're going for source.
So basically what Hitbox is doing is allowing.
It's not Hitbox now. We didn't name.
You said Beam?
We didn't name it, but yeah, it is Beam. I'm pretty sure we're allowed to talk about it. So yeah,
I don't see why not. I mean, that's still not gonna. That's not gonna help them compete.
No,
in my opinion.
Especially since we're on Twitch talking about it, they don't know we're here. So yeah.
This is a podcast. I mean, this could go anywhere. But like I said, Twitch has got this bull locked down. Like, there's no way a small little feature like that is going to pull people away from Twitch. There's no way.
You have no idea. Well, I don't have an idea either, so I'm talking way too soon, but there is a lot of streamers moving over there. More room for everyone here, but there is
But see,
so
stuff
many
like
people.
that is good because it's either going to Twitch is either going to lose viewership, which I imagine they will exactly, or they'll take the idea that because of the competition, other sites that incorporate these good features and stuff, Twitch is going to have to basically incorporate those features themselves. Otherwise, then they're going to fall behind.
Yeah.
So the competition's really, it's good for everyone.
Definitely. And that's why they increased the bitrate to 6K to compete with the quality, but they still don't do the encoding for the viewer. So that's something that they will have to do. But one of the reasons why they increased the 6K output was because of this new feature. But what were we going to say, Fuzzles?
Let's also talk about the huge partnership requirement that Twitch recently changed. That probably has a lot of people coming back, either coming back or trying to stream themselves here on Twitch. The new requirement now for people to become partnered here on Twitch is a lot lower. Well, don't take that out of context. It's not necessarily lower, because you could take what they have written in text in black and white and actually think, well, shit, this actually could be even more difficult.
Yeah, it could be.
Partnered.
Yeah.
But if you have consistency, you, the streamer, have complete control in becoming partnered really soon, utilizing these vague requirements that Twitch possibly has. I personally feel. In the direction that I went and the path that I took, I think I could have been partnered a lot faster if these requirements were met a lot sooner. But anyways, it's those requirements right there that could possibly having a lot of people either attempting to stream, and their first go-to choice would probably be Twitch because of that. So with the low requirement that, for example, Hitbox has, hey, you want to stream? We'll partner you before you even have a single follower. Here you go, right? So I think Twitch doing this is still maintaining their integrity for high-quality streams, and they are still maintaining their integrity for people who are consistently streaming on Twitch. But there's also a lot of loyalty points there too, because you got to have a requirement amount of time, or like a minimum amount of time of streaming here on Twitch as well. So
they are giving a lot of benefits to people who are not partnered, which is amazing, because that means non-partner streamers can make their own business using GamingWith, and they don't have to be partnered. They still have source and all that. However, us partners want to have something special just for us, and that is why this year they have to give us all Twitch official partner hoodies. I know that they're trying to get it. I've been speaking to the people, the powers that be. They're trying to get it this year, but Fuzzles and I need our Twitch uniforms. Like we need to have, it doesn't have to say MC in it, but it has to say Twitch partner or something like that, and we can go out and advertise Twitch, because that is something that they definitely haven't done yet that they need to invest in. Twitch hoodies,
and
please.
The amount of money that they have, they can spit out that many sweaters to every single Twitch partnered streamer. They can.
It's 17,000 at the moment.
Over and over.
I mean, they're making a dime and a half, especially with player unknown. That's making a bomb load of money for Twitch at the moment, and they should be giving us some of that fucking money.
Actually, bringing up that kind of, I don't know if you guys read about Twitch actually also announced, I forget what it's called, but basically they're trying to compete with Steam, I believe, in the future, because there's going to be a feature where if someone is watching your game and then they go and buy that game from the Twitch store, if the person they were watching is partnered, they will actually get a kickback on that purchase.
Yeah, that's happened already, isn't it? The one where you can buy a game underneath the stream? Is that the one you mean?
Is it already launched?
It only happens for some developers, though. Is Skyrim on that, Fuzzles? Do you know?
I don't think so.
The only problem with that I have is you have to buy it on Amazon. And I thought you could go to Steam and buy it, which means that the game is more expensive on Twitch, first of all. Because Enter the Gungeon, which is one of the ones that are part of this deal, is $17.99 here. That's like €15 on Steam. And you buy it on Amazon Prime. You don't buy it on Steam. So why would I buy it on Twitch if Steam's selling it €2 cheaper and you don't have to go through Prime to get the game? And when you're playing a game on Steam, people see MCGames.net is playing Enter the Gungeon, maybe he's streaming it. He comes over to Twitch, and they go online onto the channel. If I'm playing a game from Amazon, maybe if I get a physical copy or something, people don't know I'm playing it. They're not going to think that I'm online. Well, it's only very small. So there's a couple of things that they need to fix with that.
I agree, yeah. I don't know if I ever see them porting over to being able to download it on Steam unless they make some type of deal with Valve. Simply because Twitch or Amazon owns Twitch, so you know they're gonna push for their own stores first, just like EA with Origin and Ubisoft with whatever Uplay. They should just all use Steam, but.
I'm gonna actually try and buy a game if Enter the Gungeon has any partnered streamers in there. Devolver Digital is probably one of the best developers that I've met, apart from Relogic, of course, and I just love the amount of work they do, and they have been part of this. If I can find a partner streamer on there, can I buy the game from their stream? They're not partnered. Shit. Well, I can buy it. So it's $17.99, and if I click on that, what happens? Because I don't have Amazon Prime in my country, so what happens now? So I sign in to Amazon. You guys can't see this. I'm not sharing my details or anything. So I click on sign in.
Hey, MC, show us your PayPal.
There's nothing on it anyway.
I love watching the YouTube videos of the streamers making huge mistakes.
Yeah. Where they show stuff off and stuff like that. It's ridiculous.
Seeing those big streamers that accidentally show their donations for just like the last year, like over 6 digits.
Oh
like,
yeah, that
disgusting.
one. That was crazy.
There's a couple of them.
That was crazy.
There's a couple of them. That is insane.
That's like their €5 donations.
Their donations alone.
Yeah, exactly. That's not Twitch. Like 6-digit sums, 500,000 in one case. It was ridiculous. That actually got clipped by one of the people that we all know, Wet Sox. He clipped the soda popping one, and it went all over the place. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's $18.44 for me to buy Into the Gungeon now, and it's $15 on Steam. You can configure your payment method. It's on It's on Amazon, so I have to buy it on Amazon. And
is that a physical copy or a download?
That's the thing. I don't think Gungeon has a physical copy. So where do I get to play it? Now I'm not going to show my details, but if it's too long to set up, it is physical copy. So, oh wait a minute, no, that's just a billing address. So let me see now.
Because I believe you can download from Amazon. They might portal you to somewhere else to download it.
Okay.
I don't remember.
And you pay using your Amazon card?
Yeah.
Okay. But what did they give you? Did they give you a Steam key or?
I don't think so. I think it's through either their own portal or something else.
See, I don't want to buy a copy of a game that I already have, even for a demonstration. So I'll cancel this and I'll let you guys know. I'll try and buy something I don't already have. Or I'll see if I can give it as a giveaway or something. But yeah, it's €3 more expensive, $3.50 more expensive, and I'm buying it on Amazon. So where do I play the game from then? Hopefully Steam. So I'll figure that out and I'll let you know in the next podcast. It's weird how it works though. The streamer gets 5%. So 5% of $18 is what? It's not much, is it? It's 10 cents? 8 cents?
Not that much. Oh, my camera's moving again.
The one thing I would say, guys, is though, as a streamer, you want to prove to developers that you can sell games rather than worry about the money. I'm not worried about the money, but imagine if I sold 100 copies of Into the Gungeon. The Into the Gungeon guys, Devolver Digital, are going to be like, oh my god, he just sold 100 copies. This guy must be important or influential on his stream. So that's what I would be looking for instead of the money, because the money's not important to either of us, really. I wouldn't mind if I got $3.50.
Tell you what, if Pixel Privateers was underneath my channel when I streamed it, I would have got a
chunk load of money and a lot of
yeah. I mean, I bought over 20 copies of it myself for people.
Damn.
I wonder, is Pixel Privateer, is Relogic part of this? We need to find a partner Terraria streamer to see if they are part of this whole thing. You would think that Relogic would do this. Do we have a partnered one? No, we don't have a partner streamer on at the moment on Terraria. Hurry up and partner Shawkill. Pixel.
Right? He's been doing really good.
We gotta warn him about the whole YouTube thing though. That's the only problem, because he has like 400 viewers on YouTube as well.
he's been hitting near 1,000 viewers at a time on YouTube.
Wow.
Each speedrun
he
does.
he disappeared for a while and focused on growing his YouTube, and I'm really glad that he managed to do it.
Yeah, he's been more focused on the actual speedruns, the actual operation and functionality of the speedrun.
Oh shit!
He's been posting a few videos on YouTube, and then suddenly he's been back live streaming and killing it.
Killing it completely.
Absolutely destroying. He's like, I think I saw his Twitch stream the other day. He hit like over 200 viewers on Twitch and was like 1,000 viewers on YouTube. Me personally, if I was him, and I was given the option to be partnered with Twitch and to stop broadcasting both YouTube and Twitch, I would deny it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I think he's doing fantastic, and he needs to keep it up.
That's a good point, actually, because he can do both at the same time if he's not partnered. If he accepts partner, he loses his YouTube streaming. So that's a very good point.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but if I were to be live streaming on Twitch and on YouTube, for some reason, seeing like, let's say I have 15 viewers on YouTube, right? And I have 15 viewers on Twitch. For some reason, seeing 15 viewers on Twitch seems a lot bigger than if I see 15 viewers on YouTube.
I have the same thought process.
I'm in the exact same boat, and here's why. Here's what I've compared it to. So, top subscriber on YouTube is who?
Well, PewDiePie technically, if you don't count the businesses.
And how many subscribers does he have?
He's on 54 at the moment. 54 million.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, who is the top followed streamer on Twitch?
Syndicate.
And how many followers does he have?
2.3 million.
So if you take 2.3 million over 54,000, all right, you can take, the amount of times that 2.4 goes into 54 million, and then multiply that by your average viewership, and you can kind of compare just how large you're actually on Twitch compared to YouTube. So if you take 15 viewers times what, 22?
Yeah, it's 22.
That's kind of the rough estimate comparing to YouTube, how much audience you actually have and how popular you are on Twitch. Now that's completely aside like having 1 to 2 viewers on Twitch. That is completely aside that, because 1 to 2, even 3 viewers on Twitch is you can't multiply that by 22. You can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's way too low. But
it's not enough data or.
Yeah, Razer actually have a deal where if you get 50,000 followers on Twitch, you get part of their partnership program, but you have to have 150,000 on YouTube. So it's like 33%. That's the way they've done it. That's the maths that they've done anyway. So if you get 50,000, doesn't matter how many viewers you get, 50,000 followers, you can sign up to their partnership program. They don't look at the viewer count at all. So get there and do that.
Yeah, and then just get 100,000 subscribers, and then you get a nice little silver plaque.
Just real quick, just real quick.
Just like a couple of years.
Do that in a weekend.
Oh, I saw a streamer YouTuber. It was kind of cute and funny at the same time. That she said she said on her blog that she wanted to get like 10,000 YouTube subscribers and 5,000 Twitch followers within a year. And she has no background, like she doesn't have a clan in World of Warcraft to get her boosted or anything like that. So she's starting from scratch. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't root for her. It's just that's not how it works. That's 2 years, 3 years hard work, and that's full time. That if 2 or 3 years part time, you might not even make that. Like if you're trying to cover both. If you're a full time, maybe 4 years you'll get both of those. But it's just funny how people's perspectives, they don't analyze these things very well unless you're in the middle of it for a couple of years and see how difficult it is.
MC, are those spots on your wall behind your right shoulder, or are those spots on my screen?
They are blue tack. I have to get the blue tack back up. I have to get the posters back up, actually. Got to get new posters. You have a very good PC screen. Are you 144 hertz puzzles? No, I think you're 60. I think you're 60 hertz, right?
I don't know.
This has been the longest podcast in a long time. Do you think we will finish up?
Yeah, I'm thinking about wrapping it up. My back is in.
You're not gonna stream?
I'm thinking about canceling it.
Okay. Well, take your time and think about it. We'll host you if you're up.
I might stream later, but I need to relax my back.
Our next podcast is in
man.
3 weeks. So
I thought you were gonna say 3 hours for some reason.
3 hours.
Like, oh.
We're gonna have DK on again.
3 minutes.
Actually, DK, people are gonna be giving out about you being on the podcast for so long because we don't normally do 2 hours. So you got like an extra 20 minutes. Tut tut tut.
It clearly goes to show just who our favorite hidden level
Uh-huh.
streamers is.
Just to make up for the year delay.
Yeah, we're making up for the other podcasts.
So Saturday the 29th of April is our next potty, and then I have then back to normal then every second week, and this works out perfectly because I get to do my 24-hour, and I get to go to my own birthday party, which is going to be on the 6th, even though my birthday's not till the 17th of May, because I'm going to be streaming on my birthday. We're doing a birthday thing with the family on the 6th of May, which would have been a podcast day. So I don't have to cancel it anymore because of the whole switcheroony. It's awesome.
10 a.m., right?
10 a.m. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Once a year. Well, Santa comes twice a year for me.
Santa's coming!
Now, let me do a disclaimer, guys. Cran, Steve, On Live, Ketchup, Tommy, Joanna, everyone. You guys got to pay for my next vacation in August. So, birthday coming up. Vacation, you got 3 months to save. I'm only messing, guys. I'm not that thick and shallow. Although my Gamescom in August trip is going to be all expenses paid as well. Woohoo! Streamer life. Got to get you full time, you figure.
Super popular.
Super popular. Oh my god. Oh my god. By the way, Declims, is there anything else you'd like to say before the end of the podcast or anything like that? Like an almighty thank you, bow down to us. That's fine. You can do that if you want.
Oh, see, I was gonna say thanks for having me on the stream, but now just out of me being ignorant or not ignorant, stubborn.
Hey, that was MC, okay?
Thanks, Fuzz, for having me.
I want you to talk to me in a Boston accent.
Oh, awesome. Actually, do much love and peace out on a Boston accent as well. We got to get the two of them.
All right, fellas. Well, I want to thank you for having me on the stream here, and it's been a really good time. I really enjoyed myself. I think we had a lot of good talks, and hopefully I'll get back on, before this time next year. And yeah, that's much love. Peace out to the viewers out there, and yeah. I'm gonna go smash a beer can against my head after this.
Can I get one more request, actually, please? And that is, can you do a Boston accent as a fishing trawler, please? Because that's what my uncle does.
I was actually a fisherman.
You'll actually sound exactly like him. You were a fisherman. Wow.
Yeah. Well, you see, when you're out on the ocean, out in the Boston Harbor, we do a lot of trolling. We get the nets. We get some umbrella rigs. And when those poles be bending over, I'd just be yelling, Marky, it's gonna snap. You gotta throw it in reverse. You gotta back. He's trying to throttle down, and I'm like, oh man, I'm reeling, and just, oh man, it's just an all in the day's work of a Boston fisherman,
You got that so close to my uncle because he used to call me Marty. And yeah, in that accent. He was like, my. Like, we weren't fishing or anything. It was like, he caught a bluefin tuna, and apparently
tuna, nice.
Apparently all the fucking tuna was gone by the time he got to sell any of it because everyone was overlooking for food. He just didn't want to give us any of the money or buy us a beer for him selling off that fish. How much is that worth? How much is a bluefin tuna worth? A couple of grand?
It can be.
Yeah, crazy.
Let me tell you one quick story, though. When I was off the coast of Cape Cod, okay, I was fishing with my dad, and it's been about 4 days. We didn't catch nothing. Nothing. And then it's day 4. It's about 12 noon, and he hooks one on. He's excited. He's reeling, and I'm looking off the back of the boat, and I see him surface. He comes up, he splashes, and I'm like, oh man, that's a good fish. That's a good fish right there. And next thing you know, a fucking shark comes up. And he eats it, and he thrashes around. And my dad, he was pissed, but I thought it was so fucking funny.
That would have
That's a true
actually
story, by the way.
that shark part
That actually happened.
That actually happened. That would have been viral if you recorded it. If you said shark like that in an Australian accent, I would have thought you were Australian as well. Shark, mate. Put a shark on the barbie, mate.
Shark.
That's not a shark.
Oh wait,
This is a shark. That's a kangaroo, mate.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
You know what's way more impressive is the fact that he didn't curse a single time with
I
a
know.
Boston accent.
Oh yeah.
Every other word would be a curse word using a Boston accent, and he did that without cursing. Unbelievable.
This is the talent that Hidden Level have, guys. We have movie producers. We have well, not producers, but they're very good at editing, and we have artists, and we have a fucking accent man up in here. He can be from everywhere at the same time.
Love it.
Some people tell me I'm Mexican, so.
You're Mexican. Where are you actually
That's the
from?
one that's just. I don't know where that. My cab driver. It was my cab driver that initially asked me if I was Mexican. I was
You
like,
Mexican because of my hair.
What?
Gay?
Where do you live
Dude,
right
I'm
now?
white.
You should have said potassium.
Where do you live right now?
I live in Chicago right now.
Ah, my dad's from there actually. He's from Springfield.
Are you serious?
Swear to God, yeah, he's from Chicago, Illinois.
So he.
Wait, he's from Springfield, Massachusetts, or
He's
is there
from
a
Springfield
Illinois?
in Chicago, and he wasn't born there. He just he was born. Actually, no, he was born there, and he came to Ireland. My grandparents were born in Ireland, and then when he was born there, obviously he grew up, and then he brought me to Salem in Boston. So it was like a little bit of
Look out
him.
for the witches.
Exactly, yeah. We actually lived in a house near the old story of the witches. But yeah, he was from Springfield, Illinois.
Gotcha. I'm
Small
actually
world.
Not familiar with that.
Interesting.
I don't get out of the city itself much.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately.
You in
Yeah.
the big city? You in the big lights?
Yeah, if you guys pay close attention to my streams, actually,
Yeah.
about every 15 minutes, sometimes less than that, you'll hear fire trucks going by. That's what I wake up to, pissed off every morning.
Parades.
Parades, yeah, the marathon.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought, every protest seems to walk by my apartment.
You,
Like,
you know what you should
like,
have?
oh my god.
You need to go to a party store, like a Party City or something, and you need to buy the 1,000 packs of little balloons that you fill up with water, and just chuck water balloons at your windows down at like parades.
Go
and
to
everything.
IRL section, and you'll be
You
famous.
get arrested for that.
That'd be
They'll
fantastic.
protest against
Fill
that
with
next.
piss. Wait, what?
Yeah, they'll start protesting against me.
Golden shower. Yeah, they'll be going against DK limbs. DK limbs. I keep calling you
Thought that
DK.
you'd want a little bit of a shower. It's bloody hot down there.
Oh, bloody hot down there, mate.
Trying to cool them down.
Oh
Just trying
god.
to help out my friends.
Fuck it, you should do a Jacksepticeye impression, like just make a YouTube video and you become world famous all of a sudden. Because you sound exactly like him. Top of the morning. Do top of the morning to you.
You just need to bring a lot more of like umph to your voice. Top of the morning. You just need to scream it.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you.
Laddies. I'm Jacksepticeye, and I gotta put piss balloons down on top of the protesters. Doodly diddle do.
Doodly
Oh,
diddle.
dude, do you know how long it would take to fill up 100 balloons with?
Well, you could get like the
It
hydrogen
could take
balloon.
5 minutes depending on who you're talking to.
I've been harboring these in my closet for weeks.
Oh
That'd be so
god.
nasty.
Ugh.
That'd be
Oh
so
man,
nasty.
the
Let it
smell.
sit. Oh my god.
It'd probably make it on the news.
in the Emerald Isle.
They'd probably be like rock hard after like 2 weeks.
I'm from Donegal.
They'd be like stones.
Just powder. Just
Oh man. Hey you jellyfish.
Anyway.
That's what I love about this podcast. We could literally sit here for hours just yapping along. Fossils, where can they find you, my buddy?
They could find me over at Pornhub.
Big booty streamers.
Yeah, big booty streamers. Yeah, if you guys want to ever follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/FuzzBigfoot. I stream lots of Skyrim as of right now. We're heavy into our lore and our medieval magic and arrows and orcs and dark elves and
get up, Lydia.
Why is it always Lydia? Poor Lydia.
But yeah, we're doing a lot of that stuff right now. So if you guys are ever curious, here we are. Here we are, Twitch.tv.
Here we are.
D-Clims?
Here we are right now.
D-Clims. Where can they find you, dude?
So, well, I mean, it's.
Oh, and tell us about your YouTube.
Oh, okay. So on Twitch, I'm on twitch.tv/dclims. Right now, my schedule is every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. We're playing Morrowind. And I am streaming throughout the week, but I imagine as my school quarter gets more busy, I'm probably going to be sticking more to just Mondays. And I also did start a tech channel on YouTube. Right now, it is largely pertaining to Twitch, but it's about, like gaming stuff in general. So like, for instance, I have a video coming out about like gaming on a USB hard drive because I thought that'd be a cool thing to do. And I also do talk about different Twitch topics and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in that, that's DK Tech on YouTube. It's like the second page if you search it because I did just start it up like a couple weeks ago. But those are new videos every Monday right now. I don't have like a specific release time on Monday, but on Monday. So.
You need to get a custom URL for your YouTube, man.
I do. I think there's requirements for it, though. Don't you need like 100 subscribers or something like that?
Is it 100? Okay. I thought it was more than that, but at least 100 isn't so bad. How many do you have?
I want to say I have like 15 right now.
Famous hype.
Making it big.
Let me click that.
Let's see. I can go and grab the link right now.
I already got it.
Fuzz has got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 15 subscribers right now.
So yeah, if you guys are ever curious about streaming, stream programs, PC parts, PC equipment, I think D-Clims is going to be covering a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either.
Further.
I don't know what it is about YouTube, but for some reason I feel like I need to like get fully like reacquainted with being on camera because I can come on Twitch, like I can come on this podcast, and I feel pretty natural in my element. But for some reason, pre-recording a video is like a totally different thing.
I had that problem in the beginning as well because you're not talking to someone. Like every person in that chat that we're talking to, you can actually almost picture that person sitting there talking to you. But when you're talking on YouTube, it's like literally just you looking at the camera.
Yeah, and I think there's more of a need for like perfection in your video, whereas on Twitch it's like people know it's live and you're just kind of hanging out. It's a lot less formal, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really think that you should act the exact same. And if you make little mistakes or if you intended to say something else, just correct yourself on the spot and just edit out later, which is the beauty about YouTube.
Four-take fuzzles. You've seen that video, DK?
No, not four-take puzzle.
That's actually the most popular.
So
that's the most popular video on the hidden level.
I watched the video
YouTube.
10 times.
Yeah, it's just hilarious, dude. The editing is crazy. Shout out to Mr. Riddlesworth for that editing, but that was hilarious, dude. It made like Fuzzles. You didn't have that many outtakes, but he made it look like that you did have that many outtakes.
It made me look like a complete asshole. Like I had no idea.
A 20-minute video.
What am I standing up here talking? Oh, okay, I guess I'll talk about
I cut it again and 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 again. I love it, dude. Oh man, I love that.
Cut that. Just cut that.
Just cut that. Yeah, cut that. Cut that. You must be having a great laugh over there. I think that's everything. I mean, there's so much stuff that we still need to talk about. We will talk about it in the next podcast, and we're gonna have like a group podcast. We have to have everyone on so we can all have a big chat. We'll just have a Discord podcast where you can't see us, just be a blank screen and just hear us talking. Like that's literally
everybody talk at once.
Yeah,
Not necessarily a blank screen, but yes.
Yeah, like have the little bit cup.
Stream at the same time, but not talk to each other.
Yeah,
so it'll just be 8 narrations.
Everyone's live streams, all on one overlay.
That would be awesome.
Can you imagine that?
The chaos. It'd just be noise.
It'd be nuts.
Oh my god. He has literally like 30 seconds to go to hit 700 hours. Poor little ketchup. And it comes up twice then as soon as I said it. Well, we have to buy 30 seconds, so you guys can find me here where we are right now, or you can hit !video and check out our most recent video on YouTube about some games that I've finished recently. Pretty much you have the answers to all those questions already because we talked about them in the podcast, ruining my own YouTube video in this podcast. Perfect.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Thank you very much for being with us today, guys. It's awesome. And while we're waiting for him to get 700 bloody hours, DK, much love and peace out to you, my dude. Say it in your best. I don't know what you call it. A mixer, sound mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
What are we saying? What are we saying?
much love and peace. Do you know about Malapo? Do you know what Malapo is?
Mr. Riddle's
No.
Oh, okay. Well, Fossils, you do first, and then we can explain what it is.
All right,
Much love
so
and peace out. Is that what
Mr. Riddlesworth, who's actually watching the podcast right now, his signature thing that he says is "much love and peace out" in his Riddlesworth voice, and
Much
we
love
kind of
and peace out.
we kind of picked up on it exactly. We kind of picked up on it, and now it's just a thing that we do. We always reenact Mr. Riddlesworth at the very end of our podcast, and he's always like, "Hello, everybody, I'm Mr. Riddlesworth," and he goes into his
This is Mr. Riddlesworth.
He's like,
Do it, Fossils. You have the best impression of that dude ever.
I do not, but I will give it a shot.
Oh, we're panning.
I'm trying to think of what he says right before it, but then he just goes right into much love and peace out.
All right, thank you for watching this video, you beautiful people.
That's very close. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for watching, very beautiful people, and much love and peace out. Much love
Much
and
love.
peace out.
Yeah.
Demonic.
Whoa!
Much love and peace out.
Actually, my new one is
That's too much.
much love and peace. Okay, bye.
It's like you almost had it,
Goodbye.
and you forgot. No,
Goodbye.
that
But-
was one of my endings I gave to Mr. Riddles actually for my video. I was like, all right, I'm not quite sure how to end this video. I'm like, here's one if you want to put it in. And I was like, and anyways, okay, bye.
That's awesome. Midlanosh would have been your biggest fan if you did that.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. And that's the end of the podcast, everybody. Bye-bye. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. And actually, we are officially out of here, guys. We have gone, this is the longest podcast ever, 2 hours and 22 minutes. That's because Fossils technically hasn't started the podcast yet because of his time zone. Anyway, see you later, everybody. Okay, bye.